A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan is brought to you by
Paisley Painting. Man, I got to tell you how impressive their entire operation is. The fact that you can get a quote as accurately and as quickly as anything I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like this. In fact, if you want to do what Tom did, if you want to do what multiple BDMs have done, our friend Christine just did this. You guys got your houses repainted by Paisley Painting, and walk them through how easy your process was.
All you have to do to get a quote, you don't have to talk to a salesperson, have them come to your house. Just text your name, your address, and your email to this number, 321-696-5445.
Yep.
And they will send you back a quote because they use Google Maps and Google Earth, and then they got software to give you a quote instantly that without having to come to your house.
You
it's
can do
easy.
it straight from your office chair. Very, very easy to do.
Paisley Painting did such a good job that they weren't a sponsor before they painted my house.
Yeah.
Like, my wife got them recommended to her by a client of hers. They painted her house. I couldn't believe how good the price was and how good their crew was. They painted my soffits, my front door, my garage door, my garage side door, my window trim.
It looks amazing, man.
They dug, the dirt away from the house a little bit, so it's not, like...
That's called not half-assing it.
Exactly. Taped everything, did an unbelievable job, and the price was ridiculous.
Yeah.
They sent their crew to pressure wash before they painted.
We had a listener over here yesterday that used Paisley and said exactly the same thing. It was just super impressive.
Their motto is professional and affordable, and I can't tell you how accurate that is. If you go to paisleypainting.com, you can see for yourself. But just if you ever wondered how much it would cost to paint your house, and believe me, it makes a huge difference.
It does.
Then text the number 321-696-5445. Just text your name, your address, or your email. You'll get a free estimate from Paisley Painting. I use them. Tons of BDMs have used them. If you want your house painted, use paisleypainting.com.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, everybody! Let's go.
No, you can't do it like that.
Let's go! It is A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hey.
Old got a disease is on the couch.
Hang on, I'm logging into Twitch.
Seth Petrozelli is here. I believe we're going to touch base with Ross out firing the fireworks at Pyrospot. But welcome to the show, everybody. We're glad to have you. We got 1 foot in the fireworks.
Yep, 4th of July weekend. I hope you guys have a good one. We got some new Villain merch on our website. And when I say Villain, it's a Villain Tom and Dan logo.
It's a collab. That's what you got to say. That's what the kids say, Tom.
A collab.
But they do that thing where they're like, yo, son, today we're dropping a small collab with Villain, and it's T&D X Villain.
Yeah.
You know how they do
go.
that? They always, it's just, it's like TDX Villain, let's go.
Yeah.
We did a small run.
LFG, son.
It will be sold out, but there's coffee. What else we got, Sam?
All right, so
we have the most mishmashy, why did we do these things of all time. It's like, let's do coffee and a crop top, 2 bits.
We got the Villain T&D collaboration Beach Tip Touch men's shirt. We also have that in a men's black tank top. We also have it in a ladies crop top and as well as youth shirts. We have kids shirts now. Did you guys know that?
I got to get one of those for Maisie because she loves her Villain shirt.
We also have the Beach Tip Touch hat. That's a khaki hat that Dan has right there.
I'm Dan.
And we also have coffee.
Yep.
Because Villain makes some good coffee.
Yeah, they do make great coffee.
They do. So all that is up at tomandan.com. And like I said, there's not much of it. So
small runs.
If you do want it, grab it now. We also have our BDM Beach Party coming up in September. So if you want to be invited to that, it's BDM
What are we
only.
doing? Are we doing the Camel Girl? Have we talked this out?
What are we doing?
Are we doing the Camel Girl? We talked this out, and I heard you making noises when I mentioned July 4th. I heard you making noises, and
I know it's going to happen.
No, I have something to say to you, sir, because I am on your side.
Okay, but somebody else isn't on my side.
I got two people against me. Tom and Crystal are fighting me hard, and they don't want to drop.
I looked right at Sam. I was like,
I'm trying to get them to go.
No, Sam's on board.
Really?
Sam's on our team. It's these dudes.
What's the matter with you?
Well,
No,
I don't want to
have to bring my kids. I got friends.
Who cares? I got other karate nerds bringing their kids.
You fuck up his announcements, you're ruining the show. He's going to get real mad at me later. He's got to do his announcement.
No, it's fine.
Go.
I told him it was
ruined my
family
party.
friendly.
I'm sorry. Look what I've done. Look what I've done.
We also have the BDM Secret Knowledge 2.0 shirt and the Dad Jokes Be Really shirt. We still have a few of those left.
The Secret Knowledge 2.0 shirt's my new favorite shirt. That's absolutely my new favorite shirt. I love that shirt. It's the shirt that our guest has on, but it's also filled in, right?
Yes, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Full color.
And our featured item of the week is the 90s purple stacked logo. Goes great for Orlando City matches.
Yeah, if you're into the Orlando City. Boy, they better step it up. Come on, City. Good Lord.
Well,
Although,
they
good
pulled it
victory.
off.
Good victory with Lamar Hunt Open Cup. That was good.
And
sorry about it.
No, it's fine. We and then subscribe to become a BDM if you want to be invited to the BDM Beach Party. That's the only way you could be invited is if you're a BDM.
Correct.
And we got a meetup at Cafe Da Vinci's on the 29th, July 29th.
Yes.
Little Strangers playing, and it's a free show.
Yeah, it's a
Which
free
is
show.
nuts.
Yeah, it is
You
nuts.
might want to double check that because every time I tell someone
I know.
it's free, they're
You know
like,
what I
"Are you
believe
sure?"
it.
I'm like, "That's what Tom told me, so maybe not."
Here's what I like
know,
about our show. Here's what I like about our show. We say things are free without even knowing, and we double down. We're like, fuck yeah, it's free. Head on out there.
They said it to me.
Okay.
I mean,
You were going to say I
98
virtually...
He was gonna say.
98%.
Yeah. It's the mosquito digs. It's,
Always leave
Perfectly
too.
fine.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's like, just show up, tell them it's perfectly fine. Mosquito nicks.
So, Seth, you have your marijuana recommendation, correct? Or did you let it lapse?
I let it lapse.
No, I
want to get a gun.
You can have a gun. This is Florida.
Well, I want to conceal carry, I guess.
Yeah, you can have that too.
Everybody has both.
Okay.
But not a real one, just one of those ones that say pop bang.
After last week's story, you are the last person that should get a gun. You're Mr. Break the Shot Glass.
I'll have to agree with that statement.
Yeah, that was a terrifying... I had a nightmare about that. I was one of the shot glasses.
It was the worst time to let it run out because my dad's been in town for my family and stuff like that, and he's been wanting weed left and right. So I'm
Is he
like,
an old hippie? Is he an old hippie?
Oh yeah. Big time.
Hey, give me some fucking weed.
He's like,
you make me down in the basement working on the pipes all the time.
He's like, next time, can you get me something a little? I took 2 tokes and I saw God last time, so I need to just ease up.
Just want to preface: we do not condone sharing your medical marijuana with anyone that is not under your.
He's in a state where
you know what, Sam? I don't care anymore because it's a
anything goes, Tom.
Well, we knew this was coming. Okay. And hey, we're without a medical marijuana partner right now, so say your authentic truth, Tom. Man.
So you know when a child shows you a magic trick, you have to pretend to be shocked or surprised.
I never pull punches with kids. I go, that sucks.
That's stupid. I know.
So it's like a kid shows you a magic trick. You're like, oh wow, and then after
when a kid shows me anything, I fake pretend like I give a shit.
Yeah. But then after a while,
it's all trash.
You can't pretend anymore, right? And that's how these goddamn medical marijuana doctor appointments have gone for me. I'm done pretending because I can't do it anymore. And because and this goes to show you how lazy and greedy I am because
okay. So you're just talking about the good stuff.
Well, because before this, I would have told you I was like, I'll do whatever it takes for you to bring medical marijuana to Florida. Because I'll go to the appointments. I'll pretend to be sick.
I'll do the song and dance.
Yeah. I'll go to the thing. I'll sit there.
It was a pain in the ass.
4 months later, I'm fine.
As the person on the show who has had their recommendation the longest, I went in there with the paperwork and I did the first appointment. I did limp. I cannot tell a lie. I limped.
Oh, you
I leaned. My hip is always a little wonky from soccer because of my knee. But as I came in,
I'll get the X-rays.
I did a little because I didn't want to.
Sam got X-rays.
I didn't want to be denied. They weren't hers.
It had my name on it.
Yeah. And so we're willing to.
This looks like a monkey, ma'am.
But this just goes to show you how greedy we all are, because now I'm like, I'm not doing it anymore. Just give it to me. Stop all this shit.
Did you yell that in the?
No.
I feel like just last week you were down to do anything, so something must have happened at this last appointment.
Did he touch you?
No, it's not. No, it's just
It's phone appointments, right? That's what.
No, they stopped
They
that.
stopped doing that.
I would have done
that was
that.
the last one I did.
You have to go back to the office again.
Oh,
It's
so that's
bullshit.
even more annoying.
So
It's not. Let's be real. It's not even an office. It's a room with a clipboard and two black ladies in it.
I can walk there from the jungle. I literally walk across the street and go there.
Oh no, yours is different. No, the one that we go to is an old creepy office building with a bum that
That's
sits
surrounded
outside.
by homeless
And
people.
by the way,
There's bums out front,
the
too.
homeless person out front of this place, he knows the code because he always punches it in for me to let me in.
He wants you to give him a tip.
So it's
you're right.
It's gotten. I know I've explained it before, but this is ridiculous. Okay, so you go to it. I'll explain to the people who haven't gone through this.
And there's two black ladies in it. They're really nice. And they say, "Hey, the doctor will be with you in a minute."
The receptionist is sitting at what looks like a child's desk. It's
And
so
she's
small.
eating hot Cheetos. And her fingers are dusty.
And then there's some computer paper that she's jotted some names down.
She's just texting her friends.
And then there's 5 chairs in there and a coffee table in what looks like an old business office
and
room.
they're playing easy listening music.
Old, like ugly carpet. Just walls not painted.
They didn't even bother, and I noticed this because this time I'm so mad that I have to go through this bullshit that I'm sort of looking around.
Yeah, me too. The artwork and the coupons everywhere.
And the posters on the wall and stuff because it's. I'm not.
I was there for like fucking 45 minutes. Because some bitch was running late, and they made me wait until she showed up 30 minutes late for her appointment, so she could go before me.
My lady will take me early.
I'm going to a different office.
I was there 3 minutes to this time, so in my actual appointment, but it went fast.
Bats didn't want to chit chat with you.
There was no one. No,
they didn't weigh you this time. They always weigh me.
They just asked me my weight.
Why do they weigh you?
I don't know. I think it's to shame me. I think they're like, put the pig man on the scale. Make him sweat. Make that pig sweat.
But again,
I'm like, why the fuck are you doing this to me? Why? I'm losing weight. I'm doing good, man.
You look thinner.
I fucking love you, dude.
Well, your shirt's tighter, so I see over your nipple now.
Yeah, I got titties. Oh, I'm losing my titties. But I'm working.
What are you weighing me for?
Yeah, why
are you taking my blood pressure?
Shame me.
This is just a song and dance. I know, you know, we're all adults
just
here.
Shut the door for 30 seconds and then
give
open
me my
door.
drugs.
Well, could it be? Is there any like undercover type things going into making sure they're doing it correctly? You think? Are they afraid of that?
No, I maybe, but I doubt it. I bet it's just. I mean, because I bet you there's nothing written down. You have to take the patient's blood pressure or whatever. It's just because we all started this facade of medical marijuana. It's for medical conditions, but now it's worn off. I'm telling you, to the point where we all know, everybody knows, it's just a way for Florida to get their money and these people to sell drugs.
Sure.
And I say drugs, but it's just they sell THC, and we all go through this rigmarole to just make it recreational and stop all this bullshit. So I'm in there, and then I'm sitting there, and they're like, call me to the first nurse. I say nurse, it's just a lady.
Yeah, don't say nurse.
They're really nice, though. I like them. They're really. I always chirp them up good too. I'm like, you having a good day?
She's a desk lady.
I'm calling her. Well, no, there's the desk lady, and then there's the nurse, and then the
I just
doctor.
got the one. They got rid of the desk lady.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? No,
I went in.
There's a first lady is very sweet. I chirp her a little bit.
The quote nurse peeked out and said, "I'll be with you in a moment."
You know what's always a bad sign? You know what's always a bad sign?
Fucking Amazon wanted me to sign for their packages there, like I worked there.
It's a bad sign when you walk in and it's just a blank sheet of paper, and then they just drew a line at the top, and you write your name.
Yeah.
It's not even like a real form.
There's scuffs all over the walls from the last people that.
It was never painted.
Because they were like, we don't need to paint it. Everybody knows. And so then you could tell like they were given some promotional like propaganda from other like dispensaries. So to hang on the wall, they put frames on them. They're like,
the chairs never match. They're all
TV. Yeah.
The chairs are different chairs.
It's a poster of a weed bud. Like somebody put it in paint and then stamped it.
Yeah.
It's like artsy weed bud.
And then, exactly. So I'm in there, and then the lady, which I'm calling the nurse.
The second one or the first one?
The second
Reception
one.
or nurse?
I'm in nurse, and then
because she's sweet.
And then
she usually weighs me and takes my blood pressure.
And then she asked, but she didn't weigh me. She's like, "What's your weight?" And I told her something absurd. I'm like 130, and it didn't even never mattered.
Remember, I did it when
your weight.
I did it when
it doesn't matter. They're just
see, I would be worried about that. I'd be like, maybe the dose he's going to give me. Like,
remember, it's a child's magic trick. Nothing matters.
I fell for it.
I got mine when you couldn't do it online, but I remember they took my temperature the first time. Like it was like a legitimate. Like the first time I went, it was like going to a regular doctor's visit. You know,
this time when she puts the CVS blood pressure cuff on me, and she didn't even look at the number.
Yeah,
like it's just
it's like one of those kids ones that just spins. It just
This is a new thing. She asked me, have you had trouble sleeping? And then I thought it was a trick because I was like,
this is a new question.
Sleeping question. I didn't see this in my notes.
And then I'm like, yes, of course I do, because I'm maybe I want to get my weed. And then she's like, well, we have these sample gummies, and they handed me a package of CBD gummies.
I didn't get. I literally went like 2 weeks ago. I didn't get these gummies.
I didn't get nothing.
And then I'm like, wait, are you selling drugs?
Yes, a side hustle.
Look at this. Look at what they gave me.
Those are nice.
They gave me a package of CBD gummies at the doctor.
Oh my god!
I haven't seen the doctor yet.
And they're like, if these work, you can come back to us directly.
You don't even need a license.
I know. That's what it seemed like. I was like, what is this?
If these works, I sell them out of my Centra.
I'm like, they're doing it now. So then I go into the quote-unquote doctor's office. And he's a doctor.
The doctor will be right with you.
Like I used to be a terrestrial radio producer. Technically, I learned how to do it once.
Yeah.
And I was real bad at it.
But no formal training.
Anyway, that's what I imagine this doctor is. No offense to him. In the room.
And you do appreciate the fact that he gives you
I appreciate everything you do. Yeah. But please, let's just do this over the phone or just let me pay the money. Listen, I want you to get paid. I'll pay the money. I just don't want to go there.
It would actually make more sense if you just reverse roles and you became the duck.
Yeah, because this is all just a song. None of this is for anything. We all know.
No, it is. It's to get your weed.
They could just give it to me. And then we don't have to do the blood pressure, and then this is the worst. So I'm sitting in the office, and then I look over to my left, and I'm like...
Oh, there's another person dead on the floor.
He's rolled up in the carpet.
There's a full chiropractor table in the office with, and I think Sam mentioned this before.
Yeah. They shoot those dirty massage videos in there lunch breaks.
I looked at it, and then as the guy is just typing, hitting yes to all my things, because
all you hear is...
I'm just sitting there in silence, and I'm like, I don't even have to be here. But anyway, so I'm looking at the chiropractor.
He also looks like Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian.
My guy didn't have a computer. He just had a yellow notepad.
He's a poor man's Moff Gideon.
He looks like Moff Gideon. That guy's terrifying to me. That guy is fucking terrifying to me.
I'm trying to be nice to him. So
I would be too. I'd be nice to Moff Gideon. That guy's scary as fuck.
He does look like Bobo Gideon. But the chiropractor table, I started thinking about why that's in there because
the first time that I had him, I was like, oh no, it's happening.
He's gonna touch your titties.
I got bad. Bad luck with massages.
Motherfucker gonna start oiling your hair.
I was so fucking nervous.
I think, and then I've thought about this for a minute. I think it might be a situation where he thought, like, what medical stuff do I have in my garage? And then he just put it there. Because I'm looking at
there was nothing else,
It's like a mom doing an Etsy room. They're like, what do we need?
Does he have a stethoscope? He does have a stethoscope.
He does a stethoscope.
That's it. And the table and the stethoscope.
There is a poster of what...
the anatomy of a frog right?
Sigmund Freud.
Human cannabinoid system.
Oh, yeah, the cannabinoid
and then there's little
system.
dots. And then it's like, sponsored sponsored by Trulieve. It's like move posters.
Yeah, there'll be like a picture of a man, and he's like got green on his tongue. That's to signify him taking green, right?
Yeah,
and then it makes his whole body turn blue. With like happy, he's giving a thumbs up. But it's a harvest.
Yeah, but it's all given to him by.
It's all propaganda.
Put it up there.
It might as well just be a poster with some sort of other military figure on it.
So then I'm looking at the stethoscope around his neck, and I'm like, please don't do this.
I know.
Because I'm like, just hit enter and let me get the fuck out of here. It's better for you. I don't mind even paying you.
He found a murmur?
I'll pay you from home.
What if he found a murmur?
I'll pay you anything not to do this.
Anyone that wants, you're a logical man. Anyone that wants to listen to your heart, you should let them because they could find a murmur.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm sitting there.
He found a murmur?
And I'm looking at his stethoscope and I'm sitting there quiet. I'm like, I'm not going to, I want to get out of here as fast as possible.
I did the same fucking thing.
I'm like, I'm just going to say,
I chirped my lady and she was telling me the craziest shit you've ever heard. And I was chirping.
Don't talk to him.
I already had to sit there for this other bitch that was late and then she went in there and chirped it up crazy. I'm like,
my lady took a call.
I want to go in there and rip her fucking hair out.
My doctor took a call from her son's school and then yelled at them about, I can't even tell you what she said. It's too horrifying. I can't even tell you what she said.
Oh, she was.
And I sat there like a pussy and didn't say a word because, much like Tom, I just wanted my weed. I was so afraid she was going to take it away if I called into question her science.
They're shedding the vaccine on my son.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Anyway, so I'm looking at the stethoscope around his neck. I'm like, no, don't do this. Well, why? Because again, I'm gonna have to pretend like I'm watching a child's magic.
Do you take the breath? If he goes deep breath in.
Deep breath in.
So he hits enter enough where imagine he finished, and now he's at the point where we have to pretend
turn your head and cough
like this is an actual medical exam. Which again, this is not a medical exam, and I'll proved that it's not by this. So he walks over to me. I'm like, oh, he's doing it. He's like, I'm going to listen to your chest now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and he held your breath.
To see if you need weed.
You did? You held your breath?
I did not breathe.
That's awesome.
I sat there and I held my breath the entire time. Didn't notice.
I wish you would have passed out.
He's like, oh my God, I found a murmur.
He's dead. He never noticed because he is just going through the motions of his
body.
Did he have the stethoscope on or did he have it on his neck?
No, he put it on. Never noticed I wasn't even breathing.
He put it in his ears.
Then he went and sat back down. And he's like, "Thank
very
you."
Good.
And then, very good. I did not.
He probably thought the weed was working really good. He's like, "Oh, this shit fucking works."
No, he's just going. This is just a facade for him to get $75.
He didn't say a word about it.
No, I held my breath the entire time. He was like,
I'm surprised you did this because what if he did call you out?
Yeah, and
what would you have done? Or
he said, "Why you're holding your breath?"
Right.
I was holding a fart.
No, I would just be like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't notice." I
didn't notice I wasn't breathing.
Sometimes that happens.
Listen, I can tell when people are checked out. I know.
Yes, you can.
Hey, because I'm checked out most of the time. So when I see someone else is checked
You
out.
went at the end of the day, too. That's smart.
Yeah. Like this guy.
He was ready to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, not a bad idea to get last appointment. What? Sometimes you surprise me.
Listen, he's checked out because this is all he knows. He complains to his wife about this. So he's like, I got to go through this bullshit every time. I'm just waiting to find the doctor that just tells me, just don't even come. I'll hit enter.
How many that guy's getting paid?
I don't know.
You think he's like a doctor pay, or is it like?
Well, okay.
It can't be.
Let's talk about this
It just can't be because
until we have another medical marijuana partner, and then we can talk about it.
You know what?
Actually, no one even cares. They don't even care.
No, they don't care.
At the beginning, okay, let's talk about the truth.
Well, they never look like. Okay,
let's tell the goddamn truth.
Okay, there's doctors that I go to. And they look like doctors, and they do doctor things, and they get in doctor cars. It's a stereotype doctor, right? Like when I go to my cardiologist, like I know him. He's got a look. He's got a smell even. There's a cologne he wears. There's a presentation. These people, I'm not, no disrespect, but it's not the same.
It's like you went to the back of a packed plane, and you're like, there's a medical emergency. Yeah. Who knows?
I need an off-duty doctor in their pajamas, please. And they're like, that's me.
And then the people that raise their hand are like, well, I'm a receptionist at a doctor. Like, you'll do. You've seen him. It's basically they put out the word, who's a doctor, and everybody that still had a license are like, oh, my license. I
need to renew it. But you know what? They probably go through the same thing that you just did for a medical.
Yeah, they're like, I have to pay the money to the state to renew my license, but then I can make an easy $75 a patient and ram them through all day.
They have the lab coats more than regular doctors, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like they are the only doctors that wear lab coats are medical marijuana doctors. Like regular doctors that walk in like a suit, or like just like a tie and like, hi. Like these guys, they look like doctors on cartoon shows. Or my daughter at the science center,
Why? We're all adults here. Why are we doing this? It's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Did
you get your recommendation?
Yeah, of course I did. Well, I'm not going to not get it.
That's true.
Also,
I don't know. I didn't hear your breath.
You were holding your breath.
Denied.
You're not bringing I should send you to a regular.
I wish that guy had said, like, I'm going to punish you for holding your breath and trying to make me look like a fool. So no weed for you. You're like, oh, come on, dude. He's like, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here.
Like
if you're on to me, I'm on to you.
Soup Nazi and Seinfeld, like the weed Nazi.
Yeah, he's like, I'm like, no, I'm just joking. He's like, you're trying to make me look like a fucking idiot. Fuck you, no weed for you.
No, he wants a 75 bucks. I know. Anyway, Seth, do you want to do some good story, bad story?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, let's just go right into it.
I didn't know.
Enough wasting time.
I wasn't prepared. Let me get his song because
Just get down to business.
Right to it.
All right, here we go. Intro for Seth in action.
Hi, me Seth. Me gonna tell you a couple stories, okay? You gonna be impressed. Me tell you 2 stories. One good, one bad. Me tell you a good one. Me promise you'll laugh. Wait, why me see chat room saying good ones seem kind of bad? Huh. One story good. One story bad. One story feel happy. One story me sad. One story me big hero. The next me douchebag. One story me good. Me really good. Me telling you this story good. One story me bad.
It just puts me in a good mood.
The harmonies
It's
are so
supposed to be
good.
funny, but it puts me in a mood.
It's supposed to be sponsored by justcallmo.com, but now I'm afraid because of the content of what's being said. So
you don't want to.
Yeah, I'll dump them out with him.
I don't think there's anything bad with this one.
They're all bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I don't know if the person I'm talking about. What if they know that it's them, and then can I get in trouble for that?
Not if you don't say their name.
That's what Amber Heard didn't say anything about Johnny. And look at that shit.
Oh, yeah, and you're just on the same level.
Actually, I was going to say that's a little
Amber
different.
Heard get on a podcast.
They're not listening.
I was going to say that's a little different, but I don't know what you're about to say. So.
Correct. Yeah, I was too. I was going to say, like, there's a lot. I mean, that was an onion.
Yeah. No, I
don't think you're quite as complex. No offense.
We'll just say this is coming from Seth Petrozelli, and this does not represent the views of TND Media.
Oh, I look at this guy. My God. You got your business hat on today. Did you get laid this morning?
No, Mo told me to say that.
Okay.
All right. So what do we got, Seth?
So I'll preface this story with, you guys know that I'm big on cameras, right? Like, I always have them all over my house, making sure I'm always worried about things.
No.
Yeah, you're paranoid.
Yeah.
I'm not going to this pool party anymore.
Yeah, I guess
I just
according
gotta
to that,
I'm
then
big on cameras.
I guess I'm big on not flying.
Well, but they're for my protection. Like, I don't want to be accused of anything. I'm like, nope.
That's right. The protection of you being accused of something. I was going to say, who's going to beat you up, Seth?
Yeah, no, I don't give a
not
shit
that
about that.
scenario.
No,
you
it's
fought
the other
Bob
one.
Sack. By the way,
So does it pick up audio too?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm never going to your
on half of them, I could talk to you too. Half of them I can't.
I can hear you talking shit about me.
So now cameras are pretty, I guess, popular on the outside of your house. You know, Ring doorbell, like garage or whatever. But having the cameras inside internally is weird to me.
Really?
Because what are you looking for?
Well, once you see them come inside, how do you know? Like. Yeah, I don't know. Just for me.
I just need to see him come inside. And they're like, there he is. He's coming in.
You got a better picture of him.
He's in.
All right, he's inside. Okay. He's watching my TV.
I'm going to assume he's stealing or killing.
Sometimes I like.
What else is he doing?
I don't know. I like watching Tracy make dinner sometimes. I'm upstairs.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is a little weird. She knows I'm watching. The light pops on too. When she catches it, she's like, stop fucking watching me make dinner. It's creepy. But I don't know. I enjoy it.
Oh my God, man!
She's a prisoner.
Yeah, this sounds crazy. You watch her eat dinner from a camera?
She's monitoring?
Making me.
So where you sit in your throne room like with a series of monitors and you look on the top left-hand corner that's just her out there stirring some porridge?
I'm sitting in my massage bed upstairs and I'm playing Mario Kart on my phone.
Mario Kart? I'm sitting upstairs playing Mario Kart. Watching my girlfriend on my series of cameras. This is all normal. You haven't even told the fucking story yet.
An old Italian flower shop owner.
What's so weird about that? I'm just relaxing. I had 20 minutes to relax.
By the way, this is the first step to when
I do love a good Mario game.
When you
a good one on a cell phone one, it's like
when you sit behind and looking at a bunch of surveillance camera TVs, that's when Hogan comes and bangs your wife.
That's when Hogan comes. You don't want a Hogan scenario, do you?
3 steps from Hogan.
Like you wouldn't be into somebody. You wouldn't like if Hulk Hogan wanted to lay with Tracy. You wouldn't be anti that, right?
No.
You don't get. We can watch there and whack it while Hogan's in there giving her the thermos. I mean no disrespect to Tracy at all. This is hypothetical.
This is a similar story to that, kind of.
Fuck me.
Why did you?
I'm sorry.
You manifested this.
I know.
Yeah, you did. So, okay, this is not my current house. It's a couple houses ago, let's say.
Oh.
I got all my cameras outside, inside. Went away for a week with my girlfriend at the time. And I leave Rocky there all the time. I need somebody to help take care of Rocky and blah, blah, blah. And I had Boom Boom at the time, too, my Great Dane.
Okay.
So I had my girlfriend's mother coming over to the house to make sure she was taking care of my dogs. I think I've said a little bit of this story in the past. This is the full story.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard the full story, and I think that the memory banks are warming.
I've heard
on
it.
Danny did it. Yeah, I'm very nervous. I was going to say I can feel my ears heating up because I'm a little worried.
Oh God.
So I had her come over and take care of my dogs while I was gone, blah, blah, everything. We called when we were there. Oh, everything's fine. Everything's great. Dogs are great, blah, blah, blah. Got home. It was like a week. We were gone for a while. Got home for a week, and I'm like a cat. I'm curious. So I pull up all my videos for the past week just to see, how it went, how the dogs went, and how the feeding went and everything like that.
I'm just as cute as a curious cat. I want to see what's going on inside the toilet. Like a curious cute cat.
What is that? Is that yarn? I don't know, but boys, I have an insatiable appetite to bat something.
So I happened to notice that it only shows when there's motion. So I saw.
So there are a bunch of clips of every time someone comes into the house in motion, and then it starts recording.
And then it starts recording. Yeah. So
you warn people coming to your house.
Oh, there's a big sticker on the front that says this house is video monitored. So yeah.
All right.
Mo told me to say that. Thank you, Mo.
Got it.
I feel bad for Mo.
Yeah, I do too. It's such an easy name to yell too. It's just like there it is. All right.
Individuals he has to deal with. Anyway, sorry.
So I noticed that there was the camera went off in my master bedroom at like 2:33 a.m. in the morning.
All right.
We say main bedroom.
We are going to say main.
I'm joking. I don't care.
I don't know what to say anymore.
I'm joking.
I don't know. It's good.
Just continue.
Say what's in your heart.
So my girlfriend is watching this with me. We're checking it out. Like, let's see what happened when we're gone. So she's sitting with me, and at about 2:30 a.m., we saw her mother walk into my main bedroom with a dude. I don't know, some big jacked guy, real big muscular.
Yes.
What's up, brother? It's me, brother.
It was.
I know I teased you at the beginning of the story, brother, but I'm here, brother. And let me just tell you, I'm going to eat those vitamins. I'm going to eat them good, and I'm going to say those prayers.
He eats so much lasagna, and then he has zero.
It's hard to pump when I got ZD pouch, brother.
So it wasn't Hogan, but he was red. He looked like EC3. Actually, I swear to God, he looked like. Now that I'm thinking about it,
red tan,
red tan,
brown, red brown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dig it.
So I immediately kind of like what? I kind of got like that drop in the feeling like, oh shit,
so you got a boner. You got a fucking boner.
Just wait. So We
Wait, I
watched.
forgot. Is this the good or the bad?
There is, though. In a way, there is. It depends. It doesn't matter.
I don't know yet. We don't know yet.
At this point,
we don't know yet.
No, at this point, it's like
You guys can choose. This could go.
At this point, it's like
Choose
a
your own
haunted
adventure.
mansion. It's just a loop of cars that go around. There's no good or bad. It's just always running. Depends on where you are on the ride. Like the beginning or the end. The end is the beginning.
It's a smashing pumpkin.
So now, when you see this, and the girlfriend in which it's her
Sitting-
mom,
You were visibly shaken, right? You're like, you can't even talk.
do you both know where this is going, and immediately
I mean,
and
You
she's
pause
like,
it, right?
"Stop."
You go like, hey, before we go any
Are
further.
you sure you want to see this?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Courtesy.
Or is she curious? So like,
She's curious, but is upset curious. But I was like,
Like,
you gotta
what's
see-
upset curious? Like, oh my God, I cannot believe
Yeah, like
she did
I'm
this.
just
That's
kind of like
easy,
not
three.
crying yet, but she was just like, what is she like? Upset, curious, but
What
she's
is
like,
she
what are they
doing?
doing? Just keep going, keep going. I'm like, all right.
Oh my God, he's taking off his true religions.
So it started with
Is the mom hot?
yeah.
Sorry.
she's with the Hogan.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
So it started with them getting totally undressed.
Yes. That's it. I don't do that anymore. Like, I banged my wife this morning. I had on socks and a tank top. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do that. No, but you don't do that. That is that's fun, man. I miss those days when you get totally naked.
It's weird to me when you just stand there and look at each other and just
But that's
disrobe?
Yeah.
Like, don't you
You gotta look good to do that.
Well, isn't there this back and forth where you're making out and you're taking each other's clothes off? Or,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just stand there like a robot.
It was like a robot just like taking the clothes.
Well, sometimes you're like, hey, let's get, and you go fast to try, and then you get under the covers real fast.
But the thing is, the crazy part about this is that she knew there was a camera in there. Like, they both knew there was a camera in there. And
Are you sure they knew?
I'll tell you why they knew.
Okay.
Oh, they were smiling and thumbs up into the camera?
No, they were taking their cell phone. They turned their light on.
Oh, they got
And
some
they
backlighting.
tried. Say, there's a camera right there. There's a camera right there.
Yeah, there is.
And they're shining the light in the camera, so like maybe it'll blind the camera so we can't see.
But that's hard to fuck with a light.
They're not doing.
very hard to fuck
They're
with.
not doing that yet. They got undressed and then they started doing that.
Well, no, you're
next.
supposed to do that first, then get a.
Well, no shit, but
Weird. Like, like Hogan, not the smartest. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get undressed first, brother,
So it
and then
was-
figure out the cell phone
I mean,
thing.
it was obviously they
Put
were
a shirt
intoxicated
over it.
because there was back and forth. They got into bed. They started messing around a little bit. Then they started trying to do that again. And then
I'm going to take care of that camera again, brother. I'm sorry, I can't work up. I'm
the whole
flashing.
But what
time.
did they think? Just by shining a
They
bright
thought it
light?
would blind it. I don't fucking know.
It's not a real eyeball. It's temporarily, like you can't see it. Then as soon as you walk away,
I've heard the cameras are God's eyeballs, brother.
Maybe they
You
were
gotta
trying
blind
to
them.
trigger it so that you would watch.
No, I don't know.
I like the way you're thinking.
like you put a shirt over it, or like
Yeah.
or do the black
you
spray
jump
paint
up
dot.
and you grab it, you rip it off the fucking wall and get your blowjob. You say, I hit it with a broom or something.
So as we're watching it, she's getting more and more disgusted because they were going further and further.
Can you see, like,
They took.
can you see everything?
Yeah, you see everything.
And she's sitting there watching her mom get her pussy eaten and shit?
No, at half. Okay, wait.
I couldn't do that,
Up
man. Like,
until-
I talk a big talk and I say a lot of shit on this
You couldn't
show.
do
Up until
But I know, I'm just saying, if that was on the screen, I'd be, blah, blah. I'd be like, kill me!
As soon as you like your mom walks in, you're like, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
yeah.
And also delete.
Immediately.
So on top of the sex, as soon as they started doing
start vomiting.
drugs in my bed, then in my bed, they were skiing in my bed.
Oh!
Well, it's a weird place.
Skiing and skating.
And as soon as that started happening, she got up and she's like, "I'm going home now," and talking to her, I guess.
Are they
So
sure?
she got
Smashing
up.
all the shot glasses.
No, she got enraged. She's like, "Delete this. I'm gonna go there. I'll call you later." And she walked out and. And then, so of course I went and locked the door behind her. and I continued watching about 45 minutes.
Wow!
Of the most.
That's a motion picture.
Oh no, because there
I
was
said everywhere.
a lot of breaks in between,
Yeah, well, you got
and there was a
whiskey
lot of real good stuff.
Oh, good stuff.
Well, again,
I-
what
I'm
was the good
assuming
stuff?
she was not unattractive. No.
And
very respectful.
I was jerking off.
You didn't need to say that.
We get it. Yeah, we did the math.
You could have just said lock the door.
Once you said lock the door, why do you want to make sure?
I don't know, but it was.
He did. He went back for one more.
You leave it open.
Tap.
You leave it open.
He went back for the double tap.
Yeah. You leave it like I may have been in that area. you
got our first bruh come on in the chat room. We've never got a bruh come on. Never got a bruh come on.
So
in like 6 years of being on Twitch.
And then after
it was all said and done, it was a little awkward. No, I didn't.
A little awkward.
It was a little. It honestly really wasn't a little awkward.
Did you see the mom again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanksgiving, you're carving the turkey.
Hold on. Did anybody ever bring up?
She brought my girlfriend at the time brought it up to her, and they were fighting for a good 2-3 months.
But she didn't. The mom didn't say anything to you of like apologizing or.
Oh wow!
Like
one thing.
I banged.
Did she ever come on to you?
No.
Like I banged in
That's where
my
I thought
daughter's
this was
boyfriend's
going.
bed and did coconut.
He swerved me a little bit because
you thought he was going to be doing
let me guess. Let me tell you what my guess.
No.
My guess was because I know a little bit of the story.
What was the good part?
I was.
Well, that was the bad because I felt bad that I did. That was a bad story.
Bad.
I
see, it could be good or bad. It's cool.
I'm gonna say to help you feel better. I'm gonna say
none of that was cool.
I'm gonna to help Seth feel better. I'm gonna say that if I had paranoid security like you had, and if a girlfriend that I had, because I won't say my wife, I'll say a girlfriend that I had, and if her mom was hot and did that, it would be very hard for me not to jack off. I run hot. I run very. I'm just telling
because as it was going, I was getting.
Again, you don't go to podcasts and talk about it, but I think even Tom might fall into the category of doing something once and and then never speaking.
Because
if
my girlfriend didn't get up and leave, I was going to try to have sex with her right there, because I was getting turned on.
Come on, bro, with his mom.
Come on, bro.
And
it's like a mirror looking at the videos in the background.
It's like
it would have been really hot.
It's like proof positive of what she's going to look like when she's older, and you're watching it, and you're like, holy shit.
The chat wants to know if you still have the clip.
No,
and when we say clip, I mean it was a 45-minute.
No, I did delete. It deletes after like 2 weeks anyway, so I just let it. I just let it go. That was a little.
Let it go. Man, that's a goodie.
Let it go.
That one is exhausting.
So what's the good one?
The good one is actually, I'm proud of myself that I did this.
Okay.
And I've kind of done stuff like this in the past, but not to the extent, I guess you could say. And this is a more recent one. I don't have to go back into my early childhood.
Right.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, the one where you were like, when I was a baby one time, I didn't cry.
This was like a few weeks ago. We know how gas is kind of crazy expensive right now, obviously.
Haven't heard a thing.
Yeah. So I decided instead of taking my Hellcat or my Raptor, I took I want to drive my motorcycle around a little more to save on gas.
Nice. I got motorcycleitis right now, man. I want a bike so bad.
Yeah.
Because the weather.
I'm trying to talk Tracy into getting one too. She wants a moped. I'm like, get a damn bike. You're not getting a moped. I'll get you a bike, not a moped.
It's just dangerous.
Yeah.
God damn, she can't get anything she wants.
No, I'm getting buy you a motorcycle instead of a moped. Wah, cry me a river.
Yeah, but it's more dangerous.
I don't care what she wants. That's what I want.
A moped.
I realize that.
A moped's easier, especially for someone Tracy's size.
Before, yeah.
Like a motorcycle
size. What do you mean?
Well, it's like a motorcycle is heavy and.
Well, once I get her heavy tits, it'll weigh her down.
Wow.
All right, so you're driving your motorcycle.
All right, so I'm driving the motorcycle.
You know why he has to do that? Because he doesn't feel comfortable giving him the good. He has to say the shitty shit. You know what I mean?
Sprinkle it on.
Yeah, he's got to put the shitty shit on the top of it because he knows if he's... okay.
Give us mental illness.
Can't be too good.
Yeah, it is a mental illness.
So I pull up to the gas station, and you know how there's always people coming by asking you for money, all this stuff that sometimes, I mean, where I'm at downtown, they... a bunch of bums come up to you and ask for money. So I'm filling up my tank in my motorcycle, and this guy's sitting in his car with his family, and I'm looking at them. He didn't come up to me yet. I'm looking at him like his car's a fucking piece of shit, all dented up. And
your car piece of shit.
I'm sorry, this is the good.
Yeah, well, I know I didn't mean to judge. I don't mean to judge.
I don't mean to. I just do it.
Yeah, I don't mean to.
You can smell your family from here. Me, you stink on by.
And that's kind of the back part. Like I looked and I just felt sorry for them.
You guys dirty.
So as I'm pumping, I'm not looking, and he apparently gets out of the car. He walks over and he's like, excuse me, man. I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
why do you airbrush monkeys on your motorcycle? It looks fucking stupid.
And he goes, do you mind just giving me a couple bucks for gas in my car? I took a breath and I was like, fuck, I just drove my motorcycle to save money on gas. Now he's asking
This guy's ruining your life. Wow. Look at this guy. How they audacity.
But I did another take and looked at the people in the car, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna help this guy out. So I went over, and instead of just giving him a couple bucks, I filled his entire tank up.
Oh wow. What kind of car?
Black. I don't fucking know.
SUV or
no? It was just a car.
If you're like a smart car or something.
I mean, it was like
you don't get any count.
It needed to be filled up, so it was, I don't remember. It was like $40 or something like that. $50.
Did he really want gas? That was kind of like.
Well, I would have known that if I would have pumped and it was clicked right away. It was already full.
Yeah,
I would have known.
He's been doing it all day.
yeah, exactly.
Like, I want Oxycontin.
Fill my mouth with Oxycontin. I am empty.
And then, but I'm still mad as I'm doing it, kind of like I'm doing it for him.
Don't be that guy. You gotta let it go. Give it to God.
Because he's like,
you're mad looking at.
Well, he's like talking to me about my bike.
mad doing this. I hope you know me mad.
Because he's talking to me about my bike as I'm doing it. He's like, well, I never seen one that's all blacked out like that.
I know, because you poor.
He's trying to be nice.
I know, but I'm like, yeah, there's a lot that come like that, actually. Like, I'm just being, like, sarcastic.
You know none of this because you can't afford internet.
Look at your family, mad. Scare your kids.
Yeah, just a...
That's the good.
Really bad.
I think the other one is the good. I think the other one to jack it off. I think anybody would jack off to a hot mom video that you have and then delete it because your girlfriend asked you to do that. That's respectful. This other one, you're being an asshole to this guy.
I did a good deed. It doesn't matter why I did it or how I did it. I did it.
I think it's good, bad.
It came with shame, and then you're...
as he drove off, I kind of like kicked his car. I did not do that. I'm joking. I did not do that. I didn't do it.
There it is. There it is.
Okay.
All right. Let's take a quick break.
All right.
When we come back, I know we're gonna catch up with Ross. He's over at Pyrospot for a little what Ross can't. Yeah, I always forget his bit.
Yeah, confrontation of the week.
Confrontation of the week.
A little Ross confrontation.
What Ross is mad about?
Yeah, we can call it that. This is Ann Beretta featuring Krista Makes. This is really it's a cool song. It's called Better Medicine. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time right after this. I mean, the easiest possible thing to talk about when we're having any holiday, especially like July 4th, are our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. The ABC stands for Always Be Celebrating. They have all the Florida craft beers. They have all the White Claw variations or varietals that you need. The wine. I'm a big fan of Tiny Meats and Cheeses. I'm a sucker for Tiny Meats and Cheeses. But they got it all at ABC, and if you use our promo code, you can get money off and maybe even win some prizes from us.
And that promo code is Tom and Dan, especially at thehumidor.com. When you check out, if you put the promo code Tom and Dan, you'll get 20% off your order.
Now, that's cigars. If you're a cigarman, if you enjoy a cigar with maybe a fine whiskey or a cocktail of some sort, go to thehumidor.com and check out all of the wonderful cigars and cigar packs that they have to offer.
ABC still offers delivery, so you can get it delivered straight to your door. And if you use ABC, and all BDMs have been great about this, is just take a picture of yourself in front of ABC and use hashtag TDABC. We send that to them. We're like, look at our listeners are going to ABC, and it makes a difference.
I love it.
And if you did that for us, it will definitely help out the relationship, and it's as easy as that.
It is indeed.
And we'll send someone a monthly prize for randomly using that hashtag. So we appreciate it. It's ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. There's a location near you.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. So Seth told us during the break that he came here last Friday when we were gone for the week on our summer vacation, and you brought your nephew here for what reason now?
Just to be cool.
How old is he?
I want him. He's 10.
Oh my God! Not appropriate.
I told him I'm like, okay, we're gonna go in there, but I might have to tell you to say earmuffs a couple times. Like I don't know,
Earmuffs a couple times. We yell fuck every other word.
Well, he's used. I say fuck in front of him all the time. It's okay.
But he would have heard your good story, bad story. The whole
I didn't come in to do this.
You were just visiting.
I was just visiting. I was gonna literally just stop by.
What if we?
Here's the guys.
What if when you answered?
This is what I do. I sit here.
What if we're like? What if
There's a painting with pig tits on it?
What if you would answer the door?
So stolen valor.
And you come in and we're like, hey, how you doing? And you're like, what's up? And I'm like, can I help you?
Right? Anytime I see you with a kid now, I don't act like I don't know you. I'm like, sir, are you okay?
Do you need help?
But he was all excited. I told him like, yeah, because he loves YouTube and he's a little kid, so he watches all YouTube and podcasts on there and stuff like that. Kids playing video games. I'm like, it's kind of just like that. There's microphones everywhere. There's cameras everywhere.
It's kind of just like that.
I'm like,
these guys are now.
Oh God, these guys are Orlando's Paul brothers.
I'd like to make fun of you more, but I do and have recently been trying to impress my sons.
You
more.
Still every time you walk in here with your sons, you're like, here it is. And they're like, oh God. And Maisie don't give a fuck.
I don't know what it is.
Hates what I do. Doesn't even know what I do, but hates it.
Like, I want my sons to be impressed by their old man, and I want them to think I'm special and like I'm something in this world. Like whatever.
That's all I want to be too. All I want is my daughter to look at me, but not like with her nose crinkled. I want her to look at me like that's my father. And
what's weird is that I feel like this generation, like, did our parents' generation want that too? Because I feel like my dad didn't give a fuck if I thought what he did was cool or not.
Oh, no, my dad did. My dad cared. Because I remember I hurt my dad's feelings.
I think it's situational.
I hurt my dad's feelings one time by saying something really hurtful to him, and I fucking broke him. I saw that. Not to get serious, but I saw that one time, and I was like, oh, wow, yeah. And it was like a meaningful moment that I had where I was like, yeah, you can't talk to your parents like that because they're not, they have an end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have a place where they'll get sad.
Well, what I mean by, like, did they want you to be impressed by what they did? Like,
maybe they don't say it, but I bet your dad did, yeah.
Well, my dad, at least, my mom tells me that he was like, don't let my sons do what I do for a living. It's hot as shit in these boats. And,
my dad said that, too, about salesmen.
Working too hard. Like, so he didn't want me to do what he did for a living.
You'd say that to Tommy and Max, right? Like, don't do this.
No. I'm like, I'll teach you how to do this. I'm like, I want them to be interested and want to do this. Like, it would be my dream to have them work for the company.
That's how I would feel about it. I wanted my nephew to do that. That's why I took him to karate. I started up in karate. Yeah. I'm like, I'll teach you everything. I needed somebody to take it over.
But I don't think kids.
What about Javier?
He's not my blood.
Oh, wow. Has he heard that?
Oh, he knows.
Do I need to cut that out?
He can go open another dojo under me, but he can't have my name, I guess. I don't know. It's different.
It's like like Yellowstone. Only the kids get the property.
Only the Duttons only.
The homeless ranch hand that just lived there, he gets shit.
Is that still around? I didn't watch it.
Season 5 coming.
Okay, all right.
Oh, God, now we're going to hear more about it.
Yeah, Tom made the statement that he thinks it's better than The Boys.
I did not say that.
No, he didn't say that. He did not say that. That's a lie.
So, anyway, impressing little kids is...
It's a thing. But Maisie,
my whole car is based around that.
I don't give a fuck about impressing kids.
Yeah, I brought Maisie here.
It's only a thing
I
for
put
some
the headphones on her. I'm like talking to the microphone. She's like, yeah, I know. I can do this with earbuds. Because she can. So she's like, I don't care. This is stupid. I don't want to do any of this.
Well, it's not I think the kids that you have to be related to you. Like, I don't give two shits about other
That's not true,
other little kids.
because you say you want to be the fun guy when all your friends bring their kids.
Well, they're in the orbit.
That's the bully my friends.
So that
when the kids go back home, they're like,
this dad's better.
Yeah, Mr. Tom is better than you.
And that works.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Then he's like, he's more fun. He plays with us.
Like, you've done some things to sort of indoctrinate my daughter into like things that you like to do. Like, she thinks you're a fun pool dad. She also said, because of this 4th of July thing that we're doing, she's like, I want Mr. Tom to make his snacking sausage. She never even eats it. But she'll say she wants it. It hurts my feelings.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
My whole family fucking hates me.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, well, it's working. Hope you're happy.
So, I know we're calling Ross here in a minute.
He'll be calling us.
Yeah, he's going to call us. He's out working the fireworks tent.
He asked for the phone number.
Juan's sitting on the couch. How you doing, Juan?
What's up, Juan? Oh, let me get your mic on.
Which one? This one?
Yeah,
what's up?
You're on blue mic.
So let's talk barbecue.
All right.
Because Juan's a chef. He knows.
There's another chef over here, too.
The where?
This guy.
Well, I know Juan. I don't know this guy.
Right.
I seen you cook. And and you're there, and it's good. When you're doing a proper barbecue, what I got mad about recently is my wife wanted to learn how to cook me chicken properly, and she did it, and it was better than the chicken that I cook on the grill because she followed the instructions she read off of the internet.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Cooking on high for 5 minutes, then on low for 10, and then check the temperature internally and whatever.
Would you sear it and then?
That's what she did, and I'm like, this came out good, and I got mad at myself for why can't I do this if she can? She's a vegetarian. She never even does this. I've been cooking chicken my entire life, and it's always dry and horrible because
you don't put any effort into it.
Well, I'm not. I'm going by
he does the same thing every time and expects a different outcome.
That's
literally
true.
The same thing.
That is true.
Well,
I see how you cook chicken. You know what you do? You heat your grill. This is how he does it. Allow me.
All right.
He heats his grill to I don't know, lava, magma, like literally 500 degrees. Then he lifts it, then he lays everything on there gently, and then he closes it, and I'll see you in an hour.
Well, he weirdly puts aluminum foil down first, like a OCD weirdo.
Oh yeah, I forget you've seen
your
this.
grill.
I forget you've seen this.
He's like, I don't want to clean it later.
I'm lazy.
God.
Because he doesn't have Lee to clean his grill anymore.
He asked for money. I gave him a job. God damn it!
Oh my God. Holy shit! You said a goddamn it on the end of
It's
that.
not my fault. He shows up here dressed like he's a disturbed lead guitarist.
That's how you know. When you cut him and he yells a goddamn it, he goes full veto, you cut him a little bit. You cut him a little bit.
Anyway, I did that because all the fat ends up starting a fire and then it rusted out.
That's because your grill isn't clean. You got to clean your grill.
Yeah, but that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is.
Juan, when I'm trying to cook some chicken here, what do you suggest?
On the grill?
Yeah.
All right, so first thing is don't make sure it's not cold. The chicken's not cold. That's like the first mistake everybody makes. Is like they try to cook proteins that are just out of their fridge.
Frozen.
Yeah, you gotta let it sit.
You gotta let it come out to just sit on the counter for 2 hours. You're not gonna get sick. You just let it come to as close to cooked temperature as it can naturally without any outside force, basically.
All right, so throw it on the grill, room temperature.
Yeah.
Right.
Leave it out all night.
If you're going to grill it, you could probably do a little bit of a brine action because it's, grilling is like a severe cooking method. You're going to dehydrate the chicken breast, which is naturally just the worst cut of meat on the planet.
Do you know how to brine?
No, I do not. I put it in a Ziploc bag and pour mojo in it.
Pour what on it?
Brine is like
mojo,
marinade.
Marinades works too. Like you're basically just trying to introduce some other level of moisture to an otherwise devoid of
Put
fat.
some chocolate milk in there.
There you go. And then so high heat to sear it and get all the marks. So like a minute on each side, 30 seconds. Turn it to get the nice diamonds, and then flip it over. Super high heat, and then move it over to the side of the grill that's not as hot. And you can close the lid if you want, and then
cook the middle. That's exactly what my wife saw on the internet.
Okay.
God, why can't I follow the instructions? What about sausage? Because the myth of don't poke holes and let the juice out.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't need to do that.
But then I don't know when it's cooked.
Yeah,
it's sitting there, and I'm like, when is it ready? And then I cut it open. I'm like, is this either ready or not red inside? What is it?
Why don't you just get a meat thermometer? They're $8.
What if I brought you one? That's what I'll bring. Just
one of the best investments I got
cook
was
an extra sausage each time and designate that the cut sausage that you had cut open.
I usually do that.
Yeah, I usually do that.
You feed that one to the person you least at the party.
Yeah. And that's usually me because I'm hungry, so I eat it, and then I'm like, well, if I get diarrhea, I already have it. So I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah, with the meat thermometer, it feels like first I can't remember what temperature it's supposed to be.
It says it
on the fucking thermometer.
For you, 165. Everything 165.
Oh, everything. Okay,
okay. You can blanket it. He can blanket it.
If you want a steak,
can it be 159? Because I can remember that.
You know what? That's actually a pretty good temperature to pull it off.
Yeah.
Because physics says that the sausage will continue to cook as you take it off the grill, and it'll climb up to that temperature.
So 159, then done. All right, remember that.
Not your steaks, and if you're. I don't think you guys eat pork chops because you got Crystal.
I love
super
vegetarian.
Yeah,
I use pork chops all the time.
Your steaks, 120, 125, 130 because you want them to be
I like it
hammered.
rare.
I mean, you could
But
really
like your
eat anything
sausage, your
raw.
chicken breast, all that stuff, like 159, go for it, dude.
All right.
There you go. Now
Okay,
you can blanket that with all your... now, I'll get you one. And the cool thing about, like Sam says, the temperatures are almost etched into it. So
Tells you each meat what the temperature needs
tells
to
you.
be.
And you just push it, and it's an Insta-touch. So as soon as you put it in there, it goes to
You
town.
just want to make sure that because the probe will be like a piece of metal, and then it'll have like a thinner point at the end that's maybe like half an inch long, and you want that piece to be directly in the center of whatever it is.
That's what's hard to me.
I feel like we're
jam it in
explaining
too far and I
cutlery
go
to a
through.
caveman. Like,
It's just like the where the sensor is.
I had one I left out, and I got a rusty tip.
that's fine.
And then I would just stick that in
makes
there.
sense.
yeah, that's good.
Hey, but then I was like, does it know the temperature now? Because there's a coating of rust on it. So
That's a good question.
The test is fill a cup with ice water, and if it reads 32 degrees, then you're good to go.
no, well now
I
I got
didn't
to
think
do
about that.
experiments.
Yeah, then I gotta drink this goddamn ice water.
Literally
Stick it
5
in your butt,
seconds.
98.6, you're good.
Well, unless you're not.
That's true. You could have corona.
So
Javi tested positive yesterday, by the way.
Who did?
Javier tested positive.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
tell us at the beginning.
I'm fine. I'm okay. I mean, I did grapple with him the day before, though.
Oh,
For fuck's
my
sakes,
God.
man.
Everybody's positive.
I just had it like a month ago, so I think I'm
Well, so
robust.
fuck us, right?
No, I won't get. I can't share anything.
You daywalker for sure if you have
It's gotten to the point where someone tells me they have corona, and I just like, all right, so what else is going on? I don't even like, I'm not even concerned anymore.
Still married? All right. How's your
Someone
wife?
recently told me they had corona. I'm like, I'm gonna feel better. There you go. So
Ross is running a little bit late, so
Okay.
it's
That's
about
fine.
15 minutes.
Let's do some
No
voicemail.
worries at all. Let's do voicemails. If you have a voicemail that you want to leave us, there's a couple ways to do that. Although one of them, I don't know, one of them might be down. I tried to go through our Ring Central, our vanity number, the 1-844-TOMNDAN. This morning, that thing's having some issues, and I wrote them an email, and they're doing some, some work on their servers. So for right now, it might be down. I can't get in there and get anything. But
it is a weird thing if your internet business goes down or they have to do maintenance or like, between this time and this time, our entire business will not operate.
It's odd.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is very, very
and
odd
I'm like,
to me.
that's got to hurt you a little bit, right? Your entire business is shut down.
It's bad. Let's go with this voicemail right here.
Tom, Dan, Sam, fire people. So Dan, your issue with Taco Bell, I totally understand. But any employee that is telling you that they can't do something or out of something is either a new employee or was immediately told by the GM before you got there. I've been in hospitality for 10 years, and I can tell you that that kind of bullshit happens all the fucking time. And especially when you're in a corporate restaurant, it's shit that affects not only the customer, but the employee and the person that has to give the direction to the employee. It's a shit-ass, backwards, fucking dumb-ass, fucking stupid shit way of doing shit. But
You curse like my wife does.
It doesn't sound like it's coming natural.
Yeah, it's not. You're too smart to curse like that, sir. Don't try to be cool.
So
You're fine the way you are without the curse words. You don't need to use them.
Yeah, working in restaurants, hospitality industry, it seems like
he left us a follow up.
That seems like the hardest job to me.
I think so.
By far, like working in a restaurant.
Although high end restaurant, I think I would crush.
Well, there's like a hierarchy there. It's like the cooks it's pretty hard. The dishwasher is the absolute hardest job on the planet.
Really?
Yeah. No, and the most essential. No, it's grueling and thankless, and it's like, you know how Florida's like a soup, like the atmosphere is like 100% humidity. Just crank double that because of all the steam.
Oh, right.
Okay. But isn't it automatic? Like you put it and it just goes into a big thing that.
Yeah, but you're living in like in a sauna that's
Oh.
also like a bunch of people's saliva and like leftover food.
Okay.
You know what's funny? I
didn't think about that. A lot of spit out the gristle on the side of the plate and you're scraping. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I would rather be a dishwasher than deal with the customers.
Same.
Because I would rather work.
Well, you'd probably be better at it.
Well, a physically hard job to me doesn't scare me at all.
Correct.
Like a job where you're constantly having to make
Put a
customers
smile on
happy.
your face.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, that
and then people are complaining to you.
People are a dick to you, and then like this guy was saying, like you're manager is making you do or say something, and then they're not getting the fucking slack from the goddamn customers. You're the one getting cussed out in front of everybody.
Stand in the sauna and just wash the dish. You know, I'll just listen to a podcast. I mean, it sucks physically, but I don't have to deal with managers, customers, the people complaining about their food not cooked the way they wanted. You know, like, so
there is a 0% chance that you could make it through a weekend at a busy restaurant as a dishwasher.
100%.
Oh, I am willing to bet any amount of money on it.
I got one to wash some dishes. I have to do that every day at home. I can wash some dishes.
I mean, any amount of money I'm willing to bet.
Hold on, any amount? Yeah. You got money. I'm not betting Mike B here. Hold on. No offense, Mike B.
He did a follow-up. He did a follow-up. Let's try this one. Follow-up.
Also, Tom, people working at even just fast food aren't fucking R words. So, untuck your salmon polo and get a perspective. I don't think you'd last more than 15 minutes. Get your chubbies chafing your thighs before you could even get a crunchwrap done.
I had no idea that this was going to line up. That's just dumb luck.
First off,
I
don't think I ever, called people that worked at Taco Bell the R word.
Well,
although I want to, but I never said that publicly. And then also, I could definitely work a shift for that Taco Bell if I needed to.
I know the menu.
It would be horrible.
Yeah.
Like I know it's horrible. You're not telling me something I don't know, but I could do it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, how bad could it be?
It would be fun just to do it knowing you're just going to quit in a couple of days just to fuck her off.
Here's what I couldn't. I saw secured roofing.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever fun.
I saw secured roofing put on my roof, and I saw the guys who did it, and they're standing on. I could not do that. Just physically, the amount of physical labor that they were doing on top of a roof. I may.
How do they get their jeans to stretch like that?
I may pass out. I physically may faint on my own roof, but I think I could stand behind, Taco Bell's kitchen and, follow the instructions and make some gorditas.
Yeah, but you got to be fast for that drive-through line. You'll never make it.
No, I'll be slower.
How does it feel? How does it feel that everyone has zero confidence?
I have confidence.
How does that feel? I want to know how that feels.
You can't find a piece of paper that's right in front of you.
People shit on me.
You can't make gorditas.
You got to remember the recipe and how to...
Well, what's the perception? Everybody's like, you'll never last at Taco Bell.
Let's do the math. Get up the menu.
I do this job.
You could totally do the Taco Bell, slinging the tacos, but the dishwashing is completely different.
Well, let's go back to Taco Bell because, let's just go down the menu.
I did fuck up smoothies a lot.
I think you. No shit.
I did fuck up smoothies, and that was an easy job. That's literally it gives you the ingredients, just dump it in. And I was like,
forget strawberries now and again.
Well, I never thought they were 100% perfect for sure.
So, Taco Bell, do you think you could make a soft taco?
Yes,
soft taco supreme.
Yeah, I don't think he can't not make it. I just don't think he's going to be able to cut it out and being able to get everything both accurate and fast.
I agree, but there's also some things he can't do. There's also
rent a Taco Bell.
There's
I'll do just as good a job as they do.
There's also shit he can't do. There's no way in hell he can fold a crunchwrap.
Right.
That's not happening. There's no way in hell you can fold a burrito.
You teach him.
Of course I can.
No, you can't. You can make a soft taco.
He's taking that hoodie off.
You can make a regular taco. You can make taco supremes. Sometimes you'll forget the tomatoes. I'm guessing. You can make a Mexican pizza. You can make a tostada. You can't make any burritos. Can't make any crunch wraps.
It's
Jesus,
dummy proof. There's all
but you can't fold it. You can't fold it. No way you could fold a burrito.
Your hands are.
You're right.
I make burritos for my sons all the time.
You're too handicapped to make burritos with those hands.
No, I can make. My hands are better than everybody's.
That's the only thing I would have trouble with.
My hands are better than everybody's.
No, it's like asking Stephen Hawking to do a backflip. You can't. You cannot make. No, you can't fold a burrito.
They just burn and they're numb. It's fine. They work fine.
There's another one about Taco Bell. I don't know if this
is just pouring sour cream on his hand.
This might be the same guy. Let me see.
Hey, fellas. No. It's Drew. You guys are talking about the Taco Bell and having to place online orders only. So you just got to do what I do because Chipotle's been doing that too. A couple of other places have been doing that as well. So what you do is you go to the window and they ask you if you have an online order and you say no. And then they say, oh, we're only doing online order. So what I do is I just do the order at the window on my phone and stare at them while I'm doing it to make them really uncomfortable, just to show them how fucking stupid it is. I mean, you can waste your time like that, but sometimes I got free time and, just like you guys like to fuck with scammers. So, fucking pay it forward.
I can't do it. Drew,
again, it's not the hourly employees' fault. You know what I mean? They're just doing what they're fucking told to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, though. He's right.
I agree.
It is stupid.
They probably fucking hate it, too, because then they have these guys being dickheads.
Because everybody claps back. Everybody in line before me was clapping back, and then I was like, I had that weird decision of, like, am I going to try and do this? I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this. You shouldn't be eating this shit anyway.
Exactly.
So it's helpful.
It's your fault for being in line.
Yeah, he's right.
That's the point of failure of the line cook is when they have to stop taking orders. Like when you can't fold the crunch wraps fast enough, they stop taking orders, and that's the failure point. Like you grind their whole operation to a halt.
I don't think you could do that because I don't even think I can fold a crunch wrap.
I mean, I could do it.
No.
You're not asking me to do a 900 and a half mile. You're at fold a crunch wrap. I can fold a goddamn crunch wrap.
There's a lot of shit you can do, man. I'm not taking things away from you, and I'm not saying
I can fold.
No, you can't fold.
Give me anything to fold. I'll fold
because you're gonna have to. Is it gonna? It can't look like a sloppy piece of shit.
Well, I mean,
it's got to look like it's got to have almost like an octagon shape where you can see where
they do that by hand, or is that like
that's by hand?
Is it?
That's by hand.
But they're not artisans back there.
No, they're not.
I've seen it.
But there is a right way to fold it. Like my wife, if you watch my wife fold a burrito, it's like being at Gringos. It's fucking crazy. Like Andrea, when she does it, like she does the sides and then she tuck as she's rolling it.
I do the
no, you can't do it like her. No,
I do it. You'll see. I'll fold anything.
You're going to eat like 100 crunch wraps at that 4th of July party.
I know.
If you make a burrito or a crunch wrap and video it.
I will. Come to my 4th of July party and make one out of the tacos that I have.
If you bring me anything, I'll fold it.
If you bring it, he will fold it.
So whatever you want, I'll fold. I like how people's confidence is so little. They're like, this guy can't fold. This guy can't wash dishes. The easiest things, right?
On the surface, you think it sounds easy until you're in there doing it for 8 hours straight.
Yeah, no. Well, if you do 10,000 of them, it's hard. I understand that, but it's just like one at a time. I can wash a dish, put it in the thing.
I mean, the chat room is just going crazy because they're like, not only can you not fold a crunch wrap, but we haven't even talked about like you making change, you taking money, you printing a receipt, you packing a bag, you putting sauce in the bag, you putting a fork in the bag.
The computer does most of it. It's like a pilot. This just tells you. I see them look. They're like, what? They don't do the old math. You hand them the card, and then they tells you what to do.
I got a voicemail here.
Mike B is calling, but we are also waiting for a call from Ross. So we might want to wait for Ross's call.
Hey, Mike B, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I just wanted to call in and pile on. Tom, I will show up to your 4th of July party and out crunch wrap you in a moment.
This is him trying to force his way into your party.
I know, Sam. I was born yesterday.
We want Sam's titties, not your titties.
Although he's big.
I'll take anything at this point. I'll take what I can get. If you'll let me suck them, come on, bring the wraps.
No, Mike B.
The lights on,
of course you could. You've worked in the food industry for how many years? 20 years?
19 this year, yeah.
Yeah. So, no, of course you're better at it than I am. I'm just saying that I could fold.
Is that the new thing you yell?
You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
I can wash some dishes if need be.
You can't, Tom. It's such a shit job, dude. Like, it is the worst. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it for a weekend.
Well, nobody believes in you, man. How's that feel?
That's just it. How long are we talking for? 1 day or a whole week?
A whole week. For a $5,000 bet, I will work a 12-hour dishwashing shift.
It's got to be at a busy restaurant.
I can set this up.
2 days.
Let's do it.
Who's going to put up $5,000? Because that's the amount of money.
Well, he'll just blood eye
Juan
through
just
it.
raised his white claw in the air.
Well, Daniel knows.
Yeah, he'll blood eye through it.
I
saw him lift my entire scooter.
There's caveat though. Like if the restaurant grinds to a halt, you have failed.
So I have to do it.
You have to keep up.
You have to actually complete the job.
Well, now you're.
Yeah, anybody can stuff dishes into the machine. It's doing it successfully.
Yeah. Well, the guy that's been there for 2 years doing it, he can do it fast.
I'll give you a night to practice.
Like I don't know the dishwasher. There's certain things
you got to toughen up your hands too.
No,
I think what if they go numb while you're trying to wash?
No, I'm
trying to help you. What if your hands go numb?
That's fine.
And you're just dropping plates and they're breaking.
No. I'll hold on. I can hold. I can fold. That's what I always say.
Hold and fold. Hold by. Hold ready.
You can't hold. I'm like, I can hold.
You got to know what to hold.
Stop spitting on our guests.
And you got to know what to fold.
They're fine.
You got to hold and fold. Kenny Rogers.
What the fuck is happening?
Like, I understand that I've seen the TikTok videos of the guy that can shuffle the plates.
The trays. There's a guy
you guys have the same video.
There's a guy that does it with trays in like a lunchroom, and it is amazing.
It's like the guy that can fold a pizza box insanely, and then you see the videos.
I don't like those.
And I can't do that. But I can fold a box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it'll take you a long time.
That guy's folding 20 boxes in a minute. Because he's been doing it for 10 years.
I've seen you try to read the directions, and you do this thing. It's so uncommon for you that you'll go and you'll be like, okay, I got it. I got my paper here. And then you'll go, and then you'll get your glasses, and then you're putting them on, and then you're moving the paper back and forth. The directions do slow you down. Yeah, so you're going to need to learn with another. Is there another dishwasher that can show him what to do?
If he shows me the ropes, I need a good hour of instruction of this is how to work the dishwasher. Yeah. This is how many plates.
Lever, you put this crate of dishes here,
and then I need to watch
put the clean ones over here.
Then I need to watch him do it. And so I can study what his
technique
the tiny techniques.
You can't wear sandals, though.
Because I'm like,
you can't wear sandals. You're gonna have to get yourself.
That's fine.
The non-slip shoes.
$5,000. I'll put shoes on. I'll put some old greasy black Reeboks because that's what you wear.
And you got to wear pants. You're gonna be so hot.
And you got to wear a tiny little. You got to wear a tiny little chili pepper kufi on your head, like a tiny little hat with chili peppers all over.
And then I'm watching he's bringing the dishes, and he's not. You don't have to wash them too much, but you have to get the big stuff off, and then put them in the washer. But they're doing boom, boom.
I don't think
I'm still pretty good with the Winter Park dishwashing mafia, so I'm telling you, I could set this up. You also you're taking out the trash constantly. You are mopping up anything that possibly could have gone wrong.
You don't like taking out the trash.
You're running onto the hotline to get all the screaming hot saute pans that they've just used.
The thing about I will never complain, and you yell at me to do something, I'll do it. I've been I'll mop whatever you do. Now.
Is there more than one of these people doing this, though? It depends how big the restaurant is.
No, you can just be one of the people. There's usually, in a busy restaurant.
Dude, then you just delegate shit. Dude, get that, do that.
No, I'll do the work.
That's actually the funniest thing you've ever said on the show.
Listen, Daniel knows that I like hard work. He does. I got home from our RV trip, and I immediately started digging.
Yeah.
I
love it.
And then,
but that's for your family and your home. That's not when you have to go deal with a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, but the $5,000
and everybody else is going to be in your way.
But he wants his new one wheel, and this is a fast track to a brand new one wheel.
Yeah. I'll do anything for money or the amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
Well, until it happens, I don't believe you.
But until you give me a task that is impossible, if you told me fight Seth in the ring, and if you beat him, I'll give you $100,000, I won't even try. Because I know that it's impossible for me to beat Seth. But I know that it's possible for me to wash some dishes for 12 hours.
Now, wait a minute.
Prove it.
This brings up something that I know we're talking about the dishes thing, but I'm still going back to the you can't fold a Crunchwrap.
All right. Well, okay.
And I honestly, because I think there is an element.
You have to be able to close it completely without shit bursting out.
Yeah, you can't have the lettuce spraying out the side of it like a butthole. It's got to be a closed up, Crunchwrap.
Yeah.
Well, the first ever time I do it, I'm probably going to have a couple issues. But after the 20th time I do it, it'll be fine. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. But what has to happen then is we have to test it accurately with me coming up, setting a timer, and then you on the clock building the crunch wrap. You can't just be like, I just casually do it after your 20th time. You got to be on the clock under the pressure of building the crunch wrap.
Well, I'm sure they go through training. I'm saying if I apply to Taco Bell, which I'm for sure can get a job because they need people to
There's one right here.
What if we all applied and didn't get jobs?
No, they'll give you the job.
I don't know.
They'll give anybody a job because nobody wants that job. So if I apply to Taco Bell, they will train me to fold the crunch wrap.
What would Crystal say? Because the chat room is asking.
Can't be that hard.
If we called Crystal right now and asked her, the question, and no hijinks, answer honestly, do you think Tom can, A, fold a crunch wrap, and B, wash dishes in a busy restaurant? Will she have more confidence than your average listener or less confidence than your average listener?
You'd be surprised, I think.
I think she'd say you can do it.
If you asked her,
she's ride or die.
Can I sign up to my Google email account? Or, like she knows what I can do.
Yeah. She'll say no, but if she fold a crunch wrap.
She'll be like, this R word could wash some dishes.
Yeah,
that's what she'll say. Like, I know he is dumb, and he'll just
Do you want to call her? Do you want to get a hold of her, Sam?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on Ross to call us.
Yeah, well, he's running late.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
She has zero confidence that I could do anything complicated.
Let's do this voicemail here.
Hey, guys. This is Tim from Ohio, reporting from Tulsa, Oklahoma, at a gas station called Batman's, which can't be legal. I'm going to make a post on the BDM Facebook page about this. But I had to call in first and tell somebody this story. I went to the bathroom at this gas station, and there's a sign in the gas station that says, please don't stand on the toilet. Please sit on the toilet. We had to replace it more than 3 times last year, which brings up a couple of questions. Like, first of all, like who the fuck is standing on the toilet? And who's doing it like more than 3 times? They said more than 3 times, so I'm guessing they replaced it 4 times, right? Because if it was more than 4 times, they would.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that this guy brings this up because we know someone personally
we do.
that was at a gas station. It was a road trip. He was coming back or whatever, and then he went into the gas station, and to make his friends laugh, he was doing an upper decker in the gas station toilet.
No, it was not.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But it does sound like something you would.
I mean, I would do.
And in which he explained to us that he took the back of the toilet, that big porcelain rectangle, off.
I've always wanted to hit somebody with that. The big.
I think
heavy.
solid, man.
Yeah,
solid.
it is solid.
And then he put that on the actual toilet.
That's good. As a stool.
Then he stepped on that and then sat on the back of the tank, right? And
I don't think I could do this with everything falling into the guts and the gears.
And he was a bigger gentleman.
He was a biggie, as Maisie would say.
Yeah. This wasn't Daddy Long Neck.
Yeah,
This is a big boy.
This is a chunky.
And the rectangle slipped out from under it.
Oh, that sucks.
Smashing on the floor, and the weight
it smushed his ass into that thin, it's about an inch thick porcelain,
which cracked it and cut his butt ass.
Yeah, it shoved a piece of broken porcelain into his.
It's all probably dirty.
Into this muscle, here, this big fat gluteus, and it sliced that shit open.
It also broke the back of the toilet off,
spilling water,
which caused the water to shoot to the ceiling.
And I'm guessing it was also turds and water going because he's shitting.
Yeah. And then the employees heard the crash of the rectangle porcelain.
I would have sued that place
and ran in, and his blood is gushing into and he's holding his butt ass. Now
keep his ass from falling off.
And then the employee's like, "What happened? What did you do?" And then he's like, "I don't know. I'm getting out of here. I'm not going to sue."
Oh, really? I would have been like,
no, he wrapped himself up and he drove the fuck out of there.
You trying to say I should sue you guys? Then he ran to his truck. And
I like that you do something stupid, cut your butt as you're bleeding. You cover, you're like, "Fuck you."
What the hell? You have to do it to get away. What you have to do to get away because they're going to call the cops.
You should just run in shame. But there are the people that just like, well, what are you looking at? Fuck yourself.
So I imagine.
Fuck you.
that if he did this, a lot of people do this. Like, he's not the only one who thought of it, which is weird because I
went to a dance competition last week, and I didn't talk about this yet, but one of the urinals had a turd in it in the men's room. So I'm like, there was a bored dad or some kid, and all I could think of, I was like, either there was a dad that thought I would laugh at that, or a little kid, a little boy was about to poop his pants. He had to hold him into the urinal, so he shit in the urinal.
Sometimes you poop in a napkin.
But I'm like, God damn, nothing is safe.
Nobody does that, Seth.
No, sometimes you don't have to poop in a napkin.
Well, you get it on your hand, then you just poop in a napkin. You put it in the urinal.
How do you even?
Not a napkin and a piece of toilet paper. You're in the bathroom.
Do you stand over the napkin, or do you put your hand back there?
Put the hand back there and catch it.
You catch it, dude. That's an aggressive move. I don't think my arms are long enough to go back there. I'm like a T-Rex.
The poop comes down about this far to my ass.
I couldn't reach it. My arms aren't long enough. I'd shit into my fingernails.
Why would you do that?
Because it's funny. To me, I don't give a shit. I know the next person that goes there is going to go,
yeah, I think we've had
and have this conversation, and it makes me laugh.
I think we found another person that can't fold a crunch wrap.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, Ross will call in. We got some dump them out. What happened?
Just so you know, there are a lot of people that toilet scenario. I know some people from Japan that have not seen a regular toilet before because they're used to sitting on the ground. They'll stand on that thinking they have to stand on that. So it's not always on purpose, just so you know.
Well, hold on. They're not.
I don't think that's the case in Oklahoma.
Okay, maybe stop it. I'm going to the airport. Or if they just got to America, they're like, I don't know how to use. But once they got to Oklahoma, they figured it out. But it's like don't stand like an owl on the goddamn toilet bowl.
I don't even think I could do that. I'm too high in the air.
It's like when I show up.
I do get dizzy up there.
I see the hole in the ground. I don't know how to I see the footprints on the hole, and then I'm like, I can put two and two together. Right? I can fold. Yeah, all right. Take a break.
The name of the band is Honey. The name of the song is Loser. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN show at tomanddan.com for last minute emails. We'll be right back. Happy 4th, everybody.
I want to get out of my car in dead stop traffic. Oh, would it be so bad if I wrapped my...
Today is National Drive a Corvette to Work today. And thank you to J.C. Harrelson for giving me that mint-engine Corvette to drive. No, he didn't. He didn't give me it. I wish awesome. Oh, man, it'd be so good.
Yeah.
That new Corvette. It is National Drive Your Corvette to Work Day, but we don't have Corvettes. We have a Silverado, though.
Yeah, I got my Silverado from Don Mealy Chevy in Claremont.
Yes, sir.
My wife got her Traverse from DM Chevy.
Talk to J.C. Harrelson. Yep. He's our man on the street, and he knows his way around those Corvettes if that is something you're interested in, but he can get you into a brand new Chevy.
And the Subaru Mitsubishi side, Mike Stacks is our contact over there. It's Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi, right there in West Colonial Drive in the heart of Orlando. Both dealerships are not going to go above MSRP, and that's been a problem lately in this market. Other dealerships will go above the actual MSRP price because there's such a demand for vehicles.
Hard to find cars.
And but the Don Mealy Group said we're not going to do this, and both of our sponsors, DM Chevy and Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi, they are not going to sell their cars for above MSRP. So you know that.
Yeah.
And then if you use our contacts, Mike Stacks over at the Subaru side, Mitsubishi side, and then, of course, J.C. Harrelson, they will take care of you. They're going to treat you VIP because if they know you're a BDM, you're a Tom and Dan listener. So go into it knowing someone. If you mention the show, they're going to treat you like they know you.
Indeed, but you got to do that. We've had some people that'll go and they'll do it, and I don't want to bother them. You're not bothering them.
No, because it gives you an advantage. Because they're going to try to go above and beyond for a Tom and Dan listener.
Yeah, it's like skipping some steps.
100%. So if you're looking for a vehicle, use our dealerships.
Welcome back to Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
All right.
So we got Ross on line 2.
Oh, we do.
He's at a Pyrospot.
Live from Pyrospot.
That's not him. Ross, live from Pyrospot. What's going on, man?
Hey, guys. Yes, I'm here at Pyrospot in what can only be described as the hottest and sketchiest parking lot in Longwood.
No, you're at the Longwood location.
I'm heading there after the show, Ross, to pick my fireworks up for my...
okay, hold on one second. Hey guys, mark all the prices up. Tom's coming.
Yeah, get him.
Is Craig there so I could do that move where I get a bunch of fireworks and then I pretend to get into the line to pay for them and then look at him? Huh?
You're that fucking guy, Tom. You're that guy.
You know he is.
And then he's like, "Nah, we got you." I'm like, "Oh, you don't have to do that. I can pay."
That's like when you were waiting for that fish sandwich for an hour.
You're like,
and then I go for my wallet. I'm like,
never had his wallet.
But if you made me pay, I'm
And
like,
you make fun of me at Fairvilla. Fuck.
Huh?
You make
The
fun of
only
me for
thing
Fairvilla.
worse. The only thing is worse is if you look at me with your little baby face and ask me for a military fucking discount, Tom.
Yeah. Well, he will. He's been doing stolen valor lately.
No, I just stand there and look. I don't do any of the. I don't ask anybody. I will never ask Craig like, "Hey, get it."
But you'll stand there all fucking day.
I'll just stand there.
He'll literally stand there for 5-6 hours.
Yeah. Then if it doesn't go, I'll just
Sir,
sneak
you
away.
need to leave.
Look, do we?
I'll tell you what I can do. Bye-bye fingers cups for Tommy and Max. And Max can have a pair of sunglasses, not Tommy.
Okay,
that's fine.
Do we want to play the intro? Because it's just going to be long. And I don't want to waste his time because I know he's working. So here's Ross's intro. There you go.
So tell us about your confrontation of the week, Ross.
Oh, boy, you guys. It's been a week full of confrontations. It's been a lot of, pleasant, positive customer service, too. But, yeah, a lot of confrontations. I'm the guy. I don't know if you've been to Longwood Pyrospot, you know that we're set up in a Big Lots parking lot, and basically we take up parking spots and a quarter of the drivable driveways in the parking lot. So there's a lot of people parking in front of our tent in what is now a driving spot, and I am the guy that everybody looks to go tell those people to fuck off.
Because I know, because of the way Pyrospot sets up their tent, it does make the area that you could drive into the parking spaces smaller. So if you park there,
you're blaming this on Pyrospot?
No, I'm saying I'm blaming it on people that don't have the ability to notice they're blocking the entire area, right? Because people are oblivious, so they pull up and park.
Inconsiderate.
And then I think it's more like if they knew they were being inconsiderate, they would do something. It's just they just park here. They're on autopilot. Everybody's on autopilot. They're just walking around oblivious to what's going on around them.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's dumb people like me.
Yeah, I got you. Crunch rappers.
It's crunch rappers. It's people that think you can't wash dishes. Anyway, so
you are now the marshal or the warden?
Yeah, I'm the fuck off warden. Yeah. And 99 times out of 100, they just move. And one guy went to move and then just drove away. Like, fuck you, I'll get my fireworks at Sky King. Whatever, go pay Sky King prices, asshole. Yeah. So a guy pulled up the other day, and I went and I said, "Hey, sir, I'm sorry you can't park here. That's the driveway for our tent." And he goes, "What are you gonna do? Call the cops?"
Oh no!
He's challenging my authority. You see?
Yeah, and you're the marshal. And also, I don't know if you guys have seen Ross lately, but he's lean and mean.
Yeah. And this is what
faster.
Yeah, he is faster. Like, have you seen him lately? He's all clean shaven, and I swear to God, he's ready to kick some ass.
Bring a scale to the tent, Tom. We'll do that way off.
Yeah, he is lean and mean.
This is what Ross likes to call finding another Ross.
Ross on Ross.
Ross on Ross crime.
Every once in a while, when you find another Ross, he's not going to take your shit.
The Rick and Morty, the duplicates.
We do a fist bump and we say hardwired to be a dick simultaneously.
Yeah. So this guy is challenging you. He now has doubled down a little bit and said, "Yeah, what are you going to do? Call the cops." So what do you do?
And, this is a good challenge, too, because I have no interest in getting involved with the cops. This guy, he's going to get his fucking fireworks and be gone before the cops even get there. I literally have no power in this scenario. All I could think of was I said, "Well, are you coming in the fireworks tent?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, I could tell the cashiers not to ring you out."
Power move.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, but
so you're hurting the business. Good job.
Seth, in Ross's defense,
I don't have.
Yeah, but also in Ross's defense, it is beyond Pyrospot at this point, he needs to win this.
I get it. I get it.
I'm on Ross's side because I feel like this too. Sometimes you get a fire in your chest, and it's like, you know what?
It doesn't matter if you're wrong.
Even Craig will understand that I need to win this. This is for me.
Yeah. And also, Pyrospot's prices are too good. What they offer are too good.
It's fine. There'll be another one like you, sir. Head on down the road. Like Ross said, go to Sky King. If you want it, if you hate money, then get on down the road.
So what did he say, Ross?
Craig, by the way, maybe got in a shouting match with a hobo this week, but that's his confrontation calling about. That's his confrontation calling about. So, and again, I do not have the power to tell the cashiers anything. They will ignore me if I tell them to do anything. So this is a completely powerless threat. I have no way of backing this up, but it did work. The guy pulled away and he came and he bought fireworks.
Yeah! All right.
What is it about people that, like, why would you ever say, what are you going to do about it? Like,
I've never said that.
Because there's only...
Maybe to Andrea.
It's a win or lose scenario for you, and I guess that's why they do it. Is because
wait, what's the other option?
Well, don't you want
to win, lose, or draw?
Like I like the draw.
You are a draw guy.
I like leaving it open to get out of the situation, right? I don't like it.
Well, you don't like closing it. You just like leaving it.
Yeah. You leave it open to see what happens. And, like, don't say what are you going to do about it, because either they're going to do something, and when they do, it's going to be bad for you, or you won the argument at that point, but you do push the person to lean towards doing something about it, right? Because they get mad. They're not like, I get
one of the things that you do that I'd like to hear Ross's take on is that, so in this scenario, had it been you, this guy says, what are you going to do about it? And then you say, and you do this a lot, you do it on the show, you'll go, oh, you'll find out what I'm going to do about it.
So what? Empty threat.
Yeah. So Ross, how do you feel about the? Well, you'll find out. Like, is that approved? Because that is kind of leaving it open, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm a firm believer in state exactly what you will do, and then back it up. Or you have no leg to stand on.
Okay. All right.
What about the bank? I would say to the person, like, come on, man. You're blocking everybody.
Oh, that's hey, you're just like me.
Yeah. I try to.
Oh, come on. Why are you busting my balls?
You're backing down at that point.
You're a pussy at that point. If you do that to me, I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought, you fucking crunch wrapper.
Yeah, but I don't, like, I will play that part just to get the person to move, because that's all I want at the end of the day. Like, the person to move. I'm working for the company. I'm trying to help the company.
We start crying, fake crying.
No, I don't do that. I'll just be like, come on,
man, please.
I'm
going to lose my job, man.
You're blocking the area. Can you just park somewhere else?
It's either this or wrapping crunch wraps. I can't do the other one.
You know, like...
hey, Ross, we determined today that Tom's too stupid to fold a crunch wrap.
I provisionally back that.
See?
Oh, no, Ross, no. Hey, hold on.
I don't think I can either, though, just to be honest. Like I said during the break, there's absolutely no way I can fold a crunch wrap. Not on sight unseen.
Ross, do you think I could work at a restaurant, a busy restaurant, and wash dishes for two...
No.
Hold on, I had to finish.
The answer is no.
There's a money bet involved. Like, do you think I could physically
power
do it?
Through it?
Yeah. Like I'm hard-headed enough to try to.
You can stubborn through it.
I've done a lot of ridiculous bets in my life, and put myself in scenarios that I didn't want to do.
Correct.
Most of my whole radio career is just one long bet.
Yeah, but you're comfortable now, though, and you're comfortable now.
You think I'm soft now? I'll show you.
He's doing it. He's fucking doing it.
Come out to Pyrospot Longwood. Let's get here at like 5 o'clock, Tom, and I guarantee you will not be able to last until close.
Hold on.
No, you can't sell fireworks.
No, he's too hot.
Oh, now you think I can't lift? I can lift, hold, and fold.
Hold on.
I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging here, but I have 12 and 15-year-old children under my command who could outwork you.
No, hold on.
You hate the heat, man. I've never seen somebody complain more about the heat than you. Every text I got from him on vacation, it wasn't, hi, how you doing? How's Maisie? How's Dancy? It was, it's hot. Sure is hot.
I had to stand under a tent with him for 6 hours outside.
How many times did he say it was hot?
Oh, he was melting.
You hate the hot.
Well, that's just like...
he was stealing on the fans.
You focused immediately on the lifting of it all, and then not that that's not a bitch, but here's where you would fall apart. You would, I'd point you to, like, I'd say go stock Suicide Squad, and you'd be like, you cut a box open, you'd be pricing it, and then as you're doing that, 6 different people are going to approach you from 6 different angles and ask you about the 200-gram cakes, the 500-gram cakes, an assortment, some fucking sparklers, and you would not be able to handle the customer service at talking to people and guiding them through.
Yeah, you already said you don't like that part.
I mean, you're sliding.
Right.
Really.
You already said you
That's
don't
what
like
I did.
I like how I can't put some boxes on a shelf and tell some people where the sparklers are.
You can't.
How little confidence does everybody have in me?
If you knew,
you can't fold the crunch wrap, you can't wash dishes, you can't put boxes on a
If
shelf.
you knew how little confidence we have in you, you'd kill yourself.
You were literally made for mumble mouth talking into a microphone and nothing else.
Shots fired.
Yeah, me too.
Hold on.
Hey, I'm right there with you. The only difference is they tell me that, and I'm like, I don't care.
But if I push any harder, I'm going to end up washing dishes at some sort of competition, and then I'm like, I'm back where I started. Who's the joke on?
It is.
Yeah. It's like Bill Gates, he's back in the factory building the computers.
Exactly. He'll never do it. Hey, Ross, which location, if people wanted to head out there and get fireworks, which location can people find you at?
I'll be at Longwood pretty much all day, every day until we fucking box this tent up.
Oh. Dig it, man. Are you going to do... go ahead.
We don't have time for... do we have time for the Sonic Burger confrontation that I teased in the BDM group? Or do you want to save that for next time?
Yeah, whatever you want to do, man. I mean, yeah, sure.
Hold on. What's the Sonic Burger competition?
Confrontation.
Confrontation.
Let's go.
I was like, can we eat burger competition?
Okay. So, working up here in Longwood, I don't really live around a Sonic, but I fucking love Sonic, dude. And so, coming to the tent the other day, drive past Sonic, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Lunchtime, I'm going to go get me a Sonic burger. That sounds fucking good.
Yeah.
Me and my kids that day, we're working right now. We're setting up the tent, hot, dirty, sweaty. Lunchtime comes. I'm like, get in the car, guy. We're going to Sonic. Go to Sonic. Pull in. Order the little box. Fucking bacon double cheeseburger. My guy gets a goddamn cheesecake milkshake and a bacon double cheeseburger. We're like, we're jazzed. We're ready for
the
some Sonic.
cheesecake milkshake's good. It's real good.
I would have no idea. You're about to find out. So I go to use the restroom, and I'm Dan. I'm sure you know. If you're not familiar with Sonic, it's all you sit in your car and you eat, and so the restroom is just a door against the wall of a building,
and you got to stand on the toilet.
At this Sonic, it's a blue door. It's labeled restroom. It says restroom right on there. And I go over to the door. I grab the handle. I pull, and it's locked. And there's no lock on the outside, so in my head, I determined that there must be somebody in there using the restroom.
All right.
I wait a little while. The car hop, the lady that delivers the burgers, she comes out and back to cars like 5 or 6 times while I'm waiting. And so, like, eventually I knock on the door. I don't hear anything. And so the next time the car hop comes out, after she delivers her burgers, I approach her and I say, hey, what's the deal with the bathroom? And she goes, what do you mean? And I was like, I was waiting for a little bit, and then I knocked, and nobody answered, so I don't think there's anybody there, but it's locked. And so when I tell you that what she said next was confusing, like I couldn't even tell you what she said. It was so fucking confusing. It wasn't about the bathroom door. It wasn't about why it was locked or not. It was I didn't even like really register what she was saying. And then so again, I was like, yeah, so the bathroom, it's locked, and I can't get in.
Yeah.
And then, so there's another door. She starts talking about the blue. So that blue door serves for employees only. No customers can get in that door. It's not even technically part of our building. And I'm like, what, that door? I'm talking about the restroom.
Yeah.
And then another answer that just made absolutely no sense. Like, at this point, she answers, and I wait through her like 2 minutes. I couldn't even tell you what it's about. It was so confusing. It was not about the bathroom door.
Yeah.
And so at the end of this, I'm so confused. I point at the bathroom door and I go, is that the bathroom for Sonic Burger? And she says, yes. And I go, can you please unlock it?
Oh, no.
And again, we're like 6 minutes in at this point.
Oh, that's a long time.
And I go, can you please unlock it? And she goes, that's all you had to say.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So
I was blowing your bandana off, right? Like you're mad.
Yeah, I didn't even know what to do. I was hot. I didn't know what to do. So she walked away to go in to presumably unlock the bathroom. And like as she walked away, just to myself, like kind of flustered, I just go, fucking ridiculous. Like,
oh no, I do that sometimes. Yeah,
no, the old.
She heard me. She heard me. She pops out of that little Sonic door that only they can go into, and she goes, "Now I'm not unlocking the bathroom."
Oh, you should have just pissing your pants.
That's her problem. She's utilizing
now
her
you
power
gotta
move.
piss your pants.
And more importantly, like, my hands are covered in fucking gunpowder and rat shit and dust. Like, I need to wash my hands before I can eat a fucking Sonic burger, you know?
You're a gentleman.
Why are your hands?
I cannot eat my Sonic like an animal.
Why are your hands covered in gunpowder?
But is this the lady that's also making
It's female Ross.
you and your son's burgers? Because, you know.
We'll talk about that in a second. And my hands are covered in rat shit and dust because I'm working in the tent all day, Tom. I've been working at the fire tent all day.
Oh, yeah.
And so she pops out. She's like, "I'm not unlocking the bathroom door for you." And I weighed my options for a couple seconds, and I've already paid. They got my money, so like, I just popped my head in that little door that you're not supposed to go into at Sonic, and I go. I had gotten her name during the initial confrontation, like right after she said, you know, the bathroom. And so I popped my head in the door and I was like, "I need to speak to Alana's manager, please." And Alana is already like yelling at this poor lady over the other corner. Alana turns around and yells at me, "I'm talking to her." And so I was like, "Whenever you're done," and I walked back outside.
This is when old white men throw the cash register, right? Like on the McDonald's videos. I've seen these, right?
So the manager comes out through the bathroom door.
Yes, the manager was in the bathroom.
That was a swerve. I didn't expect. Holy shit!
I'm taking a shit.
God, this is
I've been taking a shit for 10 minutes listening to this.
This is like the final episode of Ozark.
The manager comes out the bathroom door, and I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she's like, "Fine." And I'm like, "Yeah, I just had a really weird conversation with Alana about opening the bathroom door." And she's like, "Yeah, she kind of caught me up." And like, so I told her what happened. And this is funny. So I'm like, I'm disgusting. I'm hot and sweaty, and you know, red faced, I'm sure. And the manager comes out, and we're talking, and we're standing like, I don't know, a foot and a half away from each other, and she starts like waving her hand in front of her face and like stepping back, and I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I've been working in the tent all day." It was just flies at the Sonic Burger. That's all it was. But so we're talking for a second, and we get to the point where I go like to the manager, I go, "Let me just ask you, if you walked out and I said to you, 'Hey, what's the deal with the bathroom?' and you didn't know what I was talking about, and I said, 'The bathroom door's locked, I knocked, there's nobody in there,' what would you say?" And she said, "I would say, 'Let me go unlock that for you, sir.'" And I was like, "Okay, so I think this is where we're at." And so right about when we get to that point, I said something to the manager like, I said, "I did say fucking ridiculous, and your car hop Elena overheard me. I'm sorry for that." And Elena, I now notice, she yells at me from my car. She yells at me from my car like,
"She's in your car."
If you're apologizing, why are you saying it again? Something like that. She like re-engages me from the car, and like I start to talk back to her, but then I realize she's just been in my car, which means she's dropped off the food, and I've been talking to the manager now for a couple minutes, which means she's just dropped off food that she's been alone with inside the Sonic Burger for a long time, unattended.
Oh, yeah, my God. You get back to your car and it's Gwyneth Paltrow's head in a box.
Yes. So, like, I was about to say something, and I go, "No!" And I, like,
"No!"
I realize what's happening. I scream no, and I run to my car, and my son has just put the fucking straw in his milkshake, and I, like, smack it out of his hands. I'm like, "Don't drink that!"
Daddy got pubes in there.
I get the milkshake, I get the bag of food, I go back to the manager, and I'm like, "Yeah, at this point, I can't trust this food, you know."
You said that?
You're gonna have to. Yeah, well, absolutely. I'm not gonna. It's like fucking $30 worth of hamburgers. I'm not about to eat it, and I'm not about to fucking eat the cost of it either. Fuck that.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I could not. I don't think I could go through with all of this. This is an advanced. This is advanced.
Yeah.
This is a long confrontation.
Yeah.
When the door's locked, I just go back to my car.
Yes.
Without it, my door's locked.
Yeah, this is going a very long way.
I go. I can't trust this. So you're gonna have to refund me for this food. And I like hold it out to her, and she goes. The manager goes, "You can just throw it away." And I look at her for 1 second. I give her like a 1 second look, and she looks at me and she just grabs it out of my hands, goes, throws it away, refunds my money. And I did do this move, which I'm not proud of. I did say, hey, listen, I'm going to find out whatever the best way to complain to you guys online is, Twitter or Facebook or whatever, online call or whatever. I'm doing it tonight. And fucking 9, I'll get home at 10 o'clock. I'm too tired to do that shit.
Well, also, Ross, no one, I'm sure even the manager, they're like, I hate this job.
He's right.
I hate this job. I hate this company. I hate what I'm doing right now. I hate you.
Yes, yeah.
And
I even hate the fact that I came in this hamburger. I hate that too.
And then if you complain, guess what? No one cares because I can't find any employees to do this horrible job.
Who's complaining, though? I just wanted to wash my fucking hands before I ate a hamburger that I bought at this place.
No, I know.
Just, I assume that all these places are on the brink of going out of business, and all the employees, everybody there, doesn't care, and it's a miracle that you could still get anything. Every time
it's amazing there were people still there doing things.
Like every time you get tacos at Taco Bell, you should be like, "Oh my god!"
It happened.
Thank you, Taco God.
I got this many tacos for this cheap. It's crazy.
Oh my god, I love it.
All right, Ross.
Now, the sad follow-up is that I did not get my Skeletor spoon at Sonic Burger, and also I was coming in to work the next day, coming past Sonic Burger, and the sign, I can't swear to 100%, it didn't say this the day before, but on the way in, the next day, the sign did say "now hiring."
Oh no!
Of course, they all say now.
Well, that's been there. Yeah,
they don't take that down.
That girl probably got a promotion.
Yes, that's possible.
So, Ross, I'll see you later. I'm going to head by after the show. I'll be at the tent.
Who's on Tots with Ross this week?
Mickey and Jackie just moved. I'm getting a little time off to get their shit together, get their house all in order, literally, and then we'll get a fresh Tots for you. We still got the one with Busdecker, really good. Talk about all his projects and being a snitch for the cops, and then that one with the Keem Woods is the one previous to that, also real good.
Love it. Well, hey, man, stay cool out there. Tom will be there a little bit later with all of his money. Jack up the prices, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, come find me. I'll give you the Battle Life discount, Tom.
All right, man. See you, buddy. That is Ross McCoy, not McCoy.
So,
live from Pyrospot Longwood.
It just dawned on me that
this crunchwrap thing's really hurting you, right?
I think from the time I've spent talking about my mistakes over the past decade, I've done a horrible disservice to my reputation, but to the point where no one thinks
people
I can do it.
You with a crunchwrap.
They can't. They think I can literally do nothing, not even the simplest task.
Well, no, I think the crunchwrap. I don't think that's a simple task.
I mean, if the people working at Taco Bell are doing it, it's a simple task.
Are we doing Taco Bell?
Right?
I think that's what the guy meant when you said you were calling them the R word, by the way, when you say comments like that.
Yeah.
No,
if they can do it, I can do it.
Well, you think
that's an insult.
But if you work at a fast food job...
I'm telling you, I don't think I can do it.
It is hard.
I do not think I can fold a Crunchwrap and
have it do it fast.
I just don't
have people screaming at you nonstop.
I'm not saying that because I think I'm an idiot. I'm saying that because I think it's something I don't have the knowledge of doing. And here's why I don't think you can do it. You're not a detail guy when it comes to that sort of thing.
Well, neither are the employees at Taco Bell. I'm saying that I'm at least equal to the employees at Taco Bell. If they could do it, I could do it.
I don't think they have the mental block that you're going to have when it comes to doing it. Because you're already telling yourself, there's already, you're already, the program for you folding a Crunchwrap it's already got a virus.
They're
coming in with fresh new eyes. They'll go there, we'll teach them, there's no bad habits, they'll do the Crunchwrap. You're already coming in with, I can do it, I'm the best, I'm the better than ever, arms never.
I'm not saying the best at it, but I'm saying if they taught me how to do it, everybody here could do it.
And then if
anybody here could do it.
And if we put you...
all of our listeners
think you're missing what we're saying. It's not that we don't think you can make a Crunchwrap or a burrito.
Yes.
The thing is working a full shift, learning how to do all of it properly and do it well and do it fast while you're having both customers and your coworkers scream in your fucking ears at all times.
It's hard.
I've seen fast food employees. I can do a better job. I'm just saying.
I'm sure you can do it.
Again, we'll believe it when we see it. Otherwise, I don't believe it.
It's the end of the show. Seth's just agreeing with you so he gets his $100. I know how this works. I know how this fucking show works. I've been on the show.
I agree with him the whole time. I think
all you guys are better than fast food employees, right?
Well, I'm not.
I've worked in the big fast food.
You're a chef.
I've never worked.
You're better than a fast food. You're better. You're better. These guys are strangers.
I've never worked in food service. I have never had one job.
offense to fast food employees.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it.
All of us can do it, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Seth knows. He's a dickhead like me.
He was fucking up smoothies.
Yeah, well, I did that because I didn't care.
They don't care. No one cares.
I don't think he'll care.
Yeah, of course. Why would I?
If anything, I added more good stuff to it. I added more like, oh, this guy needs more protein. I'm going to put more protein in his.
Well, you're not giving him what he wanted.
Spirulina, extra spirulina for you.
What's spirulina?
That's some green powder. It makes you like,
what is that, kratom?
Spirulina.
Yeah, spirulina.
Look up spirulina, Sam. I don't think I
spirulina.
I've never heard of that.
It's a green powder. It's like, yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah, I've
There's
heard
a
of
lot of protein in it.
Is it like kratom?
No, it's not like kratom. It's a fucking healthy.
It's a blue-green algae
There you go.
with strong antioxidant effects.
Yeah, just add way more in there.
I
like the color it turns a smoothie.
I said fake. All right, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Sam,
plug some things.
You got some semantics this weekend?
Yeah. So tomorrow, Saturday morning, we're going to be out at Barber Park for a skate meetup. Just meet us out at the outside hockey rink. And then Sunday, I'll be recording. You heard about this one with Derek, and we're going to be covering UFOs.
I love it.
Seth, let's talk about the jungle and your dojo.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Well, how do you sign up?
It's going great. No, everything's going great. Everything's good. JungleOrlando.com or KarateOfOrlando.com is the website. Yeah, and people out there don't light so many fireworks off of 4th of July. Let's just enjoy like the peace and quiet a little bit.
Tom's going to the fireworks tent.
Yeah, I know. My dogs get so
Our sponsors.
We'll get your
buy it and then go shoot it somewhere else.
Give your dogs the.
I give my dog. It's so bad.
You
man.
give them
shake and they drool and
get the pills.
I give them
Take
pills.
his CBD gummies
You
that
gotta
his
get
doctor gave him.
Did you listen to the first segment? Take your dog, get a medical marijuana license with the dog. They'll approve him. They don't care. The first
I can literally sit him with a hat and pretend it's me.
It'll be fine. Like, sir, your breath is a little stinky.
Juan, you got anything to plug?
I got nothing.
Twitch. Oh, you know what? We should. We didn't talk about this, but you can subscribe mobilely now.
Yes.
On Twitch, which you had to go on your desktop.
Let's go.
So now, when you watch the show through your smartphone, you can actually subscribe through that.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier, and that helps us. Listen, Jeff Bezos pays us a monthly fee as long as you have Prime. So
indeed,
let's
that is true.
Get that Bezos money. He's got enough. Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's see. I don't think there's anything else to plug. We're working on the new baseball-inspired stuff.
Go out to Hourglass on Sunday, July 3rd for the Belly Flop contest. You can win SmackDown tickets.
Yeah, SmackDown tickets, a bar tab, and something else. There was like one other thing.
I believe food, right?
Yeah, it's
food,
like
beers, and SmackDown tickets.
And SmackDown tickets.
Speaking of the baseball logo that Danger Brain did, if you're looking for branding work, thedangerbrain.com. And they have done all our branding. Obviously, Gringos, Gabriella Plants, BC Racing, to name a few. And they're a great branding agency, and they can help you with the marketing as well. It's thedangerbrain.com.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and bye-bye.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.